Yep. So
I actually pre-gamed at work so that I already had the notes page up and everything else.
nice. I got a full page of notes here on Mando.
Nice.
I'm gonna rip that off. Put that right there. Get this out of my way.
Listen to some Star Wars music on the way over here.
Nice. Gotta get in the mood.
Yep.
I tell you what. Do they have? Somebody was posting the Mandalorian soundtrack tracks somewhere in the group. I think
I saw
maybe
that.
it's like Apple Music or something. But
It might have been.
hello there.
Hello there.
And Tom.
It's a dynamite taste. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, yes. Address the naked elephant in the room.
All right.
I already warned him. I warned him. If he fucking takes that sweatshirt off and he's fucking some skinless fucking shit is going on underneath there, I'm punching him square in the sternum live.
So, as you can see, Dave has restocked us. I don't know if we'll talk about this after the toast on the air, but
We'll see how it goes. We're going to be eating this live,
are you?
apparently.
I just
That's
assumed
already-
you'd stuffed your face a little bit before we started.
I did. But I want to have
That's probably too much.
Nah, it's good. It's.
This is probably the first alcohol I've had in a month or more.
Well, that's going to put you on your ass then.
Yeah.
You could have poured mine too. What the fuck, dude?
I don't know.
I'll take as much as that.
You might have a weird thing about who pours your drinks.
Dude,
People are weird, man. People have weird tics and...
if I thought you were going to roofie it, maybe.
Till the roofies wore off. Then I just pulled my tongue out of ass and left.
Yeah. This is a no dick touching zone.
Oh, man.
Not that there's anything wrong with that,
Right.
but no.
All right, we got Keith in the chat. We got Scott. We got Tom. I know a couple of people said they weren't going to be able to join us because they have lives, apparently.
This is our life. This is part of it.
I know.
This is one evening out of every week,
Yes.
and I love it.
As do I.
I agree, Scott. If you want to see another level, the next level of Dave cursing, you need to watch me watching an Eagles game.
Well, yeah, we did get a preview of that during the audio test yesterday. So there were a couple of times you got all pissed off. I think this was like right at the start of the second half. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
again, we'll get into it when we start the show.
Yeah. This is a calmer, gentler Dave, too.
All right, I got my toast. I'm trying to remember the exact verbiage for my toast. It's very important.
Maybe you should have wrote it down.
I went over it multiple times in my head.
This is the way.
This is the way. Who said that? Oh,
Sweet.
oh,
You
you mean Mr. Snuffleupagus? Mm-hmm. Or Tyler Durden, as I refer to him. That Dave doesn't get that reference.
Again, it's your obsession with fucking shaved, naked, half-naked men. Why on earth would you do that?
Do what?
Post a picture like that. You know you're going to get your balls busted.
And you know what? If people are that insecure where they feel like they have to take their insecurities out on me, then more power to them.
There's nothing to do with being insecure. It has everything to do with not needing to see, like you, oh, here's what Jason looks like shaved, and here he is, unshaven.
It's the...
I may be uncomfortable with the amount of hair and then the immediate lack thereof. That may be the problem.
You guys are funny.
Big Swede says he totally exists.
I don't buy it. Until the day that I actually see him and you in the same spot at the same time, I won't...
Listen,
I won't buy it.
motherfucker, you're the one that's like, hey, come by today. I'm like, I'm swamped at fucking 9:30 in the morning. There's no way I can do it. My ass. Did you take a shit today at work?
No, I did not, thank you.
Why not?
I was busy!
Nobody's that busy. Listen, I take my morning sabbatical, which was off schedule today because I didn't make jalapeno popcorn. I make jalapeno popcorn at 10, I take my sabbatical like about an hour later.
Yeah.
Like clockwork. All right, this is delicious. Thank you, Kristen.
Oh yeah, Scott mentioned that I like barely cursed on Used and Abused. In fact, I think I was being very good. And hi to Kim too in the chat because I know she's there.
Aloha, Kim.
All right.
Oh, let me bring up.
Can you bring up that clip from today? I haven't watched it.
No,
I didn't watch that clip at all. So you guys will be seeing my reaction live on the show to the was it like 20, 30 seconds, something like that?
Yeah.
And we'll also need to bring up the that TV spot for when we talk about it. We're not spending a lot of time on it. There's really only one shot that I remember that I actually wanted to address.
Mm-hmm. Disney Plus, you don't have to advertise. You already got me.
Yep.
All right. So.
Great. Now I feel like I have to take a shit because you said something.
It's a burbling now?
God damn it, Dave.
Well, that's why I was kind of glad that you were running late, because that gave me the opportunity to not only stop and get the thing I was supposed to give to Kristen, but also allowed me to take a shit.
Yeah, nice.
Without having to fucking hold it in here, because it could have been ugly.
Yeah.
Real American should have been number one.
The only reason it wasn't my number one is because I never liked him. Even as a kid, didn't like him. He was never my favorite.
Who's that?
Hulk Hogan.
Oh. I was a Sergeant Slaughter guy.
Nice. Yeah, and he was a multi-talented guy. He had the wrestling thing, he had the G.I. Joe thing.
Yep.
And then whatever else he did.
I had his G.I. Joe.
Yep. All right, are we almost ready?
Kim's not here, won't be off until 6:30 MST.
Well, give her my best, Scott.
Scott! Let me see. Video. Well, I'm just queuing up the heretofore said. Why is there so much stuff on StarWars.com? All right, I'm just going to YouTube. Fuck it.
Yeah, I just would imagine that'd be the easiest place to pull it up.
Well, I don't know if it's going to conflict with the other YouTube that we have up here.
Just open up a new tab.
It is a new tab.
No, a new tab for the...
See, there it is.
All right. Well, how's it going to interfere with anything? Have you never run multiple YouTube videos at the same time?
Okay, no. Why would I?
Reasons? All right, so Rise of Skywalker. And I saw the one that was like fucking...
This one.
Like Fate or whatever.
This is the film clip.
Right, that's the thing that I haven't seen yet. Have I...
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I told you about when I was watching the Penn State game.
No, I thought that was the one called Fate. Or was that a different one?
Would have been a different one.
Ah, fuck it, whatever. We'll watch all three of them.
Do them.
Do it live.
Do it live.
All right, what are you doing? Stay on target. Stay on target. Why is this happening?
I'm just seeing what's going on. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, there we go. There's that.
Okay. What's up, Josh? How we doing, bud? We're just about to actually start the real show, where this is our pregame.
Yep. This is our exclusive to the YouTube audience footage here.
Yes. You don't get this in the audio podcast. Again, we're starting off with some Screwball today. The peanut butter whiskey is now for sale in New Jersey. Thanks to Dave for finding that.
It was meant to be.
This is the way. All right. Are we almost ready to start?
I don't see why not.
All right. Then we will... my toast. We'll do 30 seconds of silence, starting now. To the New York Jets for exposing those no-talent, pieces of human fucking garbage, motherfucking shithead raiders, or whatever it is, these pieces of shit that somehow found silver and black uniforms, managed to actually get into them, and then pass off as an actual football team. Fuck the fucking Raiders. Thank you, Jets, for exposing those pieces of garbage. Fuck all the Raiders fans, except for one. You know who you are, Big Lovin'. But yeah, here's to the Jets. Fuck the Raiders.
Fuck the Raiders. I had to look to make sure I was drinking out of the right glass.
Right. So... hello, everyone, and welcome back to All Things Star Wars, the greatest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. I'm Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, a very distracted Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm trying to make sure that what Scott brings up in the chat does not actually happen. 10 to 15 minutes of flexing that's going to happen.
Just a couple minutes here and there. So
oh, God. Just...
oh, this. And again, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you missed the whole gag. I'm sorry, audio listeners, but go subscribe on YouTube. Search All Things Star Wars, and you'll find us on there. So
you can also find us on podbelly.com.
Yes,
great segue, Jason.
I love it.
And right at the right, you go to podbelly.com, and right at the top, no matter how you access it through your phone or whatever, you'll see the All Things Star Wars podcast, the greatest podcast in the galaxy, as attested to by the Use and Abuse podcast.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Scott. Yeah, and you'll get all kinds of other good, solid podcasting. So much of this content is on there, I can't even begin to listen to all of it. I just don't have the time. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to get everybody. Just at least a little sample.
Sure. Yeah.
So that I can speak to it more when the spot comes up.
Yeah.
But there's also something we haven't talked about on the Podbelly network is if you're starting a podcast, it actually has a learning section to it.
Yeah.
So you go to podbelly.com and learn, and it talks about starting a podcast and things like that. So go to podbelly.com if you're maybe a young upstart that might have worked their way in the sidebar cantina, and now they're trying to get out there in the big city and do something. Go to podbelly.com and you can learn how to make your own podcast.
Fucking right. All right, and on that same note, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our patrons from Patreon. Woo! If you want to support the All Things Star Wars podcast, go to patreon.com/ATSW podcast. And we want to give a special thanks to all of our patrons: Tony Ferrari, Camille Donovan, Nick Jackson, Frederick Martin, Big Lovin', Scott Rasmussen, Tactical Swede, who I don't believe exists, Don Solsky, and Shotgun Mark. You guys are the best. You are the reason why we do this. Thank you so much.
It is factually correct. And so Bronco Fett's dismay, the original tank is being worn by Michigan Vader over there.
Yeah, you can't see it on the YouTube. He's kind of out of frame. Hold on. We'll fix this.
No, because then you're blocking Pops.
All right. He is still here, just so you know.
Yeah.
We got to find a better spot for him. That's not blocking Pops.
Yes.
Apparently.
Pops are like I need full access to my fucking my glory wall of
yes, Dave is just gonna
of excess.
He's claimed manifest destiny on this entire display wall. So that's this is the way,
as it should be.
So what are we talking about today?
This is the way. Today we're talking about the way, as in the Mandalorian, because holy fuck. The third episode is out.
Yeah.
And it was great. Yeah. And I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to break it down, talk about some things. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, and what else? What else is going on?
So there's been some Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, there's some trailer.
Like TV spots are starting to hit. We got a 30-second clip dropped by Disney this morning.
Yep.
Because we're recording this on Monday the 25th. So they just dropped a clip. I haven't even seen it yet.
Yep.
So when we watch it here on the podcast is going to be the first time I've seen it.
Yep.
So exciting shit. But the bulk of this episode is going to be the third episode of The Mandalorian. So
the third episode entitled The Sin.
Yes. Which, oh man, so much to talk about. So you have a note in here before we move on to our next bullet point about a worst half.
Worst half? What the fuck, dude? You go on another podcast. I'm not even invited. You go on some other podcast talking shit about wrestling, which granted I don't have much unless you're talking about something that happened between like 1987 to probably 1985 to 1988.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
So whatever. It was a good episode though of the Use and Abuse podcast that you were on.
All credit goes to Scott and Kim.
All the way up until the point where you decided you're going to trash me. So now it is called No Holds Barred. I am going to take every opportunity to ensure that you are flaming with roasts.
Okay. I wasn't sure where you were going with that at first.
Hey, listen, did you watch consecutive YouTube videos on how to shave yourself? I mean,
no, I got that from one YouTube video. But yes, that's
disturbing. It's very, very disturbing.
What? It's
follow Darth Roscom on Instagram if you want to see his naked body with his hairless body,
like a baby's bottom.
Gross. Oh. Stop touching yourself. God. Solsky.
This is best. This made it all worth it with this moment right here. So, as you may or may not know, we did mention last week how we were probably going to review Jedi Fallen Order this week, but we made the audible probably last Friday. Probably a combination of Mando Episode 3 dropping and being as fucking amazing as it is, combined with the fact that this game... I don't even know what to say about this game. I don't want to get too much into it because we want to save it for the actual episode where we do review it. But, dude, I am... First of all, I'm on the second from the bottom of the fucking the difficulty. You know how there's 4 difficulties? Mm-hmm. I'm on the second easiest.
Yeah.
And I'm at a spot right now where I can't pass it. It's
I
very, very frustrating.
I ran into the same problem.
Yeah.
I have actually finished, though.
Right.
I finished yesterday.
Yeah, so that's
After
awesome.
the Eagles game, I took out all my aggressions onto fucking Fallen Order.
Nice. So here's what I'm thinking. Next week, we are going to... Yeah, we're going to review Fallen Order regardless, if I finish it or not. I've got a 4-day weekend? 4-day weekend.
4, yeah.
Yeah, so I should have plenty of time to beat it. If not, then we'll just talk about it as far up as I've gone, and I'll watch the ending cinematic or some shit. I'm sure they're all over YouTube.
And I'll be able to talk to it too.
Right, but we're going to do Fallen Order no matter what next week. Sorry for not doing it this week, but hey, I think we had a pretty good fallback.
Oh. Oh, Kelly Clarkson!
Oh, this is the greatest episode ever. I love it. So that's that. Do we want to jump right into our weeks? Because there's really no other news to talk about.
Are you starting with what products you use to actually wax? Is it wax or is it shave?
Just good old Mach 3.
Just Mach 3?
Yeah.
You disposed of that afterwards, right? Because that had to have been gross.
Well, not after the first use. You use them over the course of a week, and then you dispose of it.
After shaving all of that.
Oh, no. So I used clippers first. I clipped everything down to where it was really short, then pulled out the Mach 3. Wow. You don't want to know everywhere I did that. But
I don't. You're goddamn right I don't. And the fact that you even brought that up is immediately disconcerting.
Yes, and that was my point. So, yeah, no, So, for reference, for anybody listening on the audio and has no idea what the fuck we're talking about, I shaved my arms this week, and I trimmed my chest and stomach hair.
But then what? Did you Photoshop it for Instagram? Because it looks like you're fucking hairless.
No, I think it's just the distance. My arms are hairless. They're Mach 3'd all the way down. But my my chest and stomach is just, clippered it, on the lowest setting.
Uh-huh.
So there's still some hair there, which I can feel it sticking through the tank top.
Yeah. Is it itchy?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It should be.
Yeah.
You should suffer.
But again, all worth it for the bit on the podcast. That was...
No, all worth it for this from Ms. Supergirl 3000, who states, "At least you can go home tonight, Dave."
Wow.
That is... Thank the maker. I feel really bad for you.
I don't feel bad for anybody.
Especially myself. It's supposed to be no shave November, Jason. And instead, you went fucking full retard and decided to shave everything. You never go full retard, Jason.
Oh my God. All right. So, despite your constant lambasting of me, I actually have a gift for you.
I guess I should have earned it.
Yeah. So yes, this is your payback for having to deal with all this. But no. Okay. On a more serious note, so a good friend of mine from work, his name's Brad. probably the only good friend I have in the current place that I work. You know, he and I have actually hung out outside of work and everything. Good dude. He went to Disney World recently. And I made a very special request of him because I wanted to get you a gift. And if you haven't figured out what it is yet...
Oh, motherfucker. Look at these little fucking...
These are the thermal detonator Diet Cokes from Disney World from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Oh, I asked him to specifically grab these and bring them back. So these are both for you. You may do with them as you please. You can display them. You can drink them.
Look at these in all their glory.
Yes. So
it's Diet Coke in Auerbash.
Yeah.
That's fucking phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Yes. And thank you, Brad.
Did you get a Diet... Yeah, thank you, Brad. Did you get a Diet Dr. Pepper out of that? I don't believe Brad exists, by the way. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but...
I really want to throw them.
Just pull it. Pin them.
Yeah. Just want to... I'm going to put one right here for now.
All right. So, again, they are yours. You can do whatever you want with them. Put it right there. But...
Yes! Genuine Diet Cokes from fucking Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, and this is Disney World in Florida because he drove down there a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so funny story. I actually should have given these to you last week. Totally forgot about it. They were sitting in my gym bag this whole time. Like,
so that comment you made about me dropping off that thing from my wife to Kristen, like, was more.
Yeah, but again,
this one's coming with me.
Yeah, so I figured you'd like that. So
that is
enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You are quite welcome.
I'm sure they were like $16 a piece. Disney World prices.
They were $6 or $8 each. Can't remember what he said.
That's the most expensive Diet Coke ever.
I think he said, I think he said they were $8 a piece.
Wow.
So, but it's worth it.
That's amazeballs.
Yep. So, all right. Here's something.
For 13.5 ounces.
Yeah. It's not a lot, but hey, again, it's part of the experience. And again,
fuck Pepsi. Who said Pepsi is better?
Apparently Solsky.
Whatever the fuck.
Anyway, so
I bet you fucking your boy Harbaugh probably drinks fucking Pepsi.
Probably.
Goddamn loser.
Anyway, so if you've been listening to the show for a year or longer, you know that I've been back home to California several times this year for unfortunate circumstances. Well, the time has come again, and I'm going back again next week. So a week from tomorrow, I'm going home to visit some family, and I'll be gone for a week. So we're going to have to adjust our recording, not next week, but the week after.
Okay.
I'm assuming we're still going to record next Monday.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to adjust afterwards.
Yep.
Based off of my return and whatnot. So be ready for that. While I'm there, though, I am going to see Brent. From podbelly.com.
Nice.
And also Sofa King podcast, apparently. I reached out to him this morning, and we're going to meet up. He's going to give me a tour of the studio. And
nice.
Yeah.
You should do something like over Instagram or Facebook Live or something.
Oh, I should
take video while you're in there.
Yeah, I will do that. And I will do it. So, I am going to meet up with him while I'm down there. Not sure how much more free time I'm going to have. I'm going to be... again, spending some time with family. And as we tend to always say on the show, fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. You see, I'm wearing the appropriate shirt for the moment.
Indeed. So it's a shame that we have to keep preaching this
no shit,
so
man.
fucking often on the show. But
and honestly, so this is the first time I've worn this shirt actually on the show since the 100th episode. And here we are doing, episode 128?
Yeah.
So... And the reason for that is, it's not because the shirt's not nice. I love it. But there's a giant... I don't know what we did on the 100th episode.
Oh, shit.
But look at this fucking stain on here. Like, it's a dark blue t-shirt.
And it's got a
giant dark stain on it. I'm like, what the fuck did we do?
It's gotta be like grease or something.
Something. Did we eat wings? I mean, we had pizza.
We had pizza that day. Maybe you got.
Did I fucking decide I was going to sop up the grease with this thing?
Maybe, I don't know. We were drinking a lot that day too. So.
Fuck yeah, we were. Jesus, like we were being paid to do it.
I know, right?
But yeah, so I am wearing the shirt. I did realize that the stain is on the non-camera side. So
that's good.
Had I not brought it up, then nobody would have known.
Yeah, very cool.
But yes, I do like the shirt. It has nothing to do with that. It has more to do with the fact that it has a stain. But
So
whatever.
It's part of the show.
This is a podcast.
Yes.
The YouTube footage is for those who want to partake and see the shenanigans.
Yeah, and engage in the chat and everything
Exactly.
else. Exactly.
Which we highly encourage you to do.
Right, but at our core, we are still an audio podcast.
Right.
We just have a lot more interaction with the video these days.
Yep. So I am wearing my fuck cancer Penn State blue and white.
Nice. Ooh, and we'll get into that. But I have one more thing to say about my week before we move to you, and that's Niners, baby. Stayed up all night to watch them kick the shit out of fucking Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Man, that was a thing of beauty. They just punched him in the teeth so many fucking times. There's so many memes going around today too with him just like fucking laying out like he's a fucking what's a dead body on the ground and they did
with the chalk outline.
Yeah. Like, oh man,
Homicide was here.
Yeah, it was great. I was so amped up, like after watching the first quarter, that I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna go to sleep because normally I don't stay up for these late games,
right?
Even if it's the Niners playing, because I got work in the morning. I'm in bed by like 9 most nights. But I was so amped up, and I'm just like, there's no way,
dude. As you should be, man. Enjoy this fucking winning because you don't know when it's gonna stop.
Right? Yeah, and I love how all of the commentators are constantly saying, "Well, their schedule gets so much harder from here. You know, they've got this team and that team." And like they're like making it sound like they're going to lose every other game for the rest of the fucking season.
Dude, the defense is legit, and I think that's really, really helping out.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for that defense, we wouldn't be nearly as successful as we are right now.
No, we're not having to play from behind, and
yeah,
your offense isn't constantly trying to do things that it's not supposed to do.
Yeah,
people aren't getting injured.
Well, yeah, we have been dealing with a lot of injuries.
Your boy Kittle played on he snapped his ankle.
Yeah.
He took some fucking popsicle sticks and taped them together so he could fucking go out and play in that game.
That guy is a monster.
I fucking benched him. I didn't think he would play. There was no reason for me to think he was going to play. And I had him on a bench in a fucking league. And he got like 25 points.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. Fuck! And he's a character, too. Like, if you see any of his post-game interviews, the dude he's fucking wacky, but he's great. I love him. So,
he probably does a lot of coke before he goes to play. That's why he can play with those injuries.
Whatever works, man.
Hey, worked for fucking
Lawrence Taylor
and Irving from the Cowboys.
Oh, that's right.
He was a huge cokehead.
That's right. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, well, fuck it. Again, whatever gets
like this big.
Whatever gets you the W, right? So that's my week in a nutshell. We already kind of talked about the gym stuff with the hairlessness and everything else. We don't need to extrapolate on that.
Yeah, we don't need you to flex any more for the camera than you are.
Oh, I wasn't flexing yet. I could just go like that. The light's not really good. Oh well. So what about you? What do you got?
It really makes me want to just even lift just a little bit.
You should. It's good for you.
I should. Pain is good for me. Existence is pain.
Yeah.
So my week. Let me go back to the notes. We're talking about football, and I'm glad you're enjoying yourself watching football. I, for one, am not.
I was cheering for the Eagles yesterday, man.
Watching Penn State. I went hard on telling all these fuckers. I made the mistake of watching Game Day and listened to non-stop people talk about how Ohio State was going to beat Penn State by fucking 3 touchdowns or more. Mm-hmm. Right? Every single person out there all picked Ohio State, and they picked them to win by like 4 touchdowns.
Jesus.
They said it was going to be a blowout. Penn State didn't really stand a chance. They're fucking blah 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 blah. Right? Even though 2 weeks ago, we were like the number 4th ranked team in the country.
Yeah.
And the only one that was above Ohio State was above us at that point. But we lose to an undefeated team, turn around, beat a team we're supposed to, and then go ahead and lose to the number 2 team in the country. And then they knock us down to 8th. Or no, we're not even 8th. We're fucking like 12th now. We're out of the fucking top 10. Sure. Losing to probably they're talking the best team in football. Now suddenly we're out of the top 10. The fucking ranking system is absolute garbage. Absolute, It's hot garbage. That fucking Utah team, fuck that Utah team. That Utah team couldn't fucking even walk on into Beaver Stadium.
Yeah.
Without fucking, all of them would just take a shit all at the fucking same time. Are you kidding me? The only time they play in front of 100,000 people is never, ever. And you put 108,000 people in that stadium, and they're going to shit themselves.
Yeah.
Like fuck. I'm so. I talked about it before, with our fandom for football, along with Star Wars and everything else. I get wrapped up in it. I do. I get fucking heated, and I wasn't expecting to beat Ohio State. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
But I knew we weren't going to fucking lose by 3 fucking touchdowns. And even though they tried to in the beginning, second half they came back and covered, and all these motherfuckers, they're gonna fucking suck Ohio State's dick all the way to the fucking playoffs, because you know who they're gonna beat next? They're beating Michigan next.
No,
fuck you, dude. That Michigan team, all of a sudden, so the narrative in college football has changed from, watching Harbaugh's stock slip, and suddenly they beat very beatable teams, and they're all of a sudden in a conversation again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck changed? What changed? Now I got fucking Solsky putting pictures up about, since this point of the season, this is what his record is, but he still has to fucking beat Ohio State, which they won't. And listen, if they could both lose, I would enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I want Ohio State to win that fucking game, send Harbaugh onto the fucking street with 5 or 6 pairs of neatly pressed khakis, send him out to the fucking street, let him go and find another job somewhere. Maybe he can go work for a real coach like Herman Edwards, and maybe he can help him out down in fucking Arizona.
Sure.
Right? Or Arizona State, or whichever one Herman Edwards is coaching at now.
No idea.
But get him the fuck out of the Big Ten. I am so sick of I'm watching a goddamn Tide commercial with fucking Harbaugh and his khakis. Really? Really? This is your marketing fucking plan? We're gonna market this guy's fucking stupid pants? No, fuck you. They're not gonna beat Ohio State, and then Ohio State's gonna lose to fucking Minnesota. That's what's going to happen. And then nobody from the Big Ten gets to be in the college football championship because nobody thinks that Minnesota can run with any of those guys. And it's going to be the same bullshit, rinse and repeat for next year. But
it's such a convoluted system.
It is. It's fucked up. It's never been right. This selection committee bullshit that they enabled with Condoleezza Rice on the first fucking board selecting, out of the 12 people selecting the teams. All right. It's supposed to be, by putting a human element into the system, is supposed to be better than the BCS system that was before, which you probably don't know anything about.
I just remember hearing about it a lot back in the day.
Nobody
liked it.
It was bullshit then. It's bullshit now. I'm sick of it. I really am. I can't.
What?
And then I get to go from that. Right. The only satisfaction I had was that Penn State did in fact cover, so I could tell Chuck and all those other motherfucker Ohio State fans to go fuck themselves. But they were like, "Oh well, this isn't even going to be a game. What Truckee school is this that showed up? Go fuck you, stupid fucking Columbus pieces of shit." What is there a bigger dump in the country than Ohio?
I don't know, because I've driven through Cincinnati, I've driven through Cleveland. I would never want to go back ever for the rest of my life.
And the worst part is that they have 2 NFL franchises in their fucking state, and most of them will root for a fucking college team.
Yeah. Well, and I tell you what, too, that when I drove through Cincinnati, it all dawned on me. I'm like, oh, this is why their franchise is always garbage. Nobody wants to fucking be here. And if somebody does live here, they've got to be fucking miserable.
Yeah. Fuck Ohio.
Yeah.
Fuck that toilet bowl piece of trash.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, Michigan's not going to win. And Solsky, if they do win and then end up at number 6, what's the benefit there? Harbaugh keeps his job? Why? Like, why? Why do you want to keep this asshat that doesn't fucking win the games that you need him to win? Why? Whatever.
So, all right, what?
Then I went to watch the fucking Eagles lose after that.
Yeah.
The next day, I get to watch fucking Eagles against... it was a must-win. It was a must-win for the fucking Eagles.
Mm.
We win that game. The Cowboys were going to lose to the fucking Patriots.
Yeah, especially in
Foxborough, in the weather.
Yeah.
No way Cowboys are going to win that fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
And that had nothing to do with playing the Eagles the week before, because that game was just a shit show. It has more to do with the fact that the Patriots are a better team than the fucking Cowboys.
Sure.
And so, great. They're going to go up there. Fucking, we win our game. They lose their game. Where it's fucking dead even. Now, fucking springboard through Miami and take the rest of the schedule on, where we see the fucking Cowboys and the Giants.
Yep.
Nope. Can't do it. Fucking can't hit running backs 5 yards away with a fucking pass. This is the first game where I actually looked at Carson Wentz and went, oh my God, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I've been defending you for like a month, and you're gonna
Oh,
go
it's
out
been
and,
more than a month.
and you're gonna fucking go out there and lay this goddamn egg.
Yeah.
Like fuck me.
You've been dick riding this guy for 3 years. Don't even start with his month shit.
And honestly, he had a bad game. He did.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reasons why he had a bad game. One of them is the fucking play calling.
Yeah.
Like, take your goddamn playbook and throw it away. Get something simpler out there for these fucking practice squad people you have as wide receivers to fucking get the ball.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, spend like 3-4 hours a day on the jugs machine firing footballs at their fucking faces so they catch something.
That guy that they brought up from the practice squad was
He actually
was
had
doing all
he
right.
probably he had a good game.
Yeah.
He had a good game.
Yeah, I watched a good portion of that game before it got a little out of hand.
Motherfuckers.
Well,
I motherfucked my way all through fucking football weekend.
Yeah.
And the only thing productive I can say I did over the weekend was beat Jedi Fallen Order.
Hey, it's something, right?
Yeah, and we'll talk about that later.
All right.
But
Ready to segue into some more Star Wars stuff?
yeah,
Hopefully we haven't lost too many listeners up to this point.
whatever. They know. So I was over at Big Sweet's house.
I saw the pictures.
Yes.
Again, don't believe this guy's real, but...
Over Big Sweet's house, and people were asking, like, how do you guys talk about Star Wars? There's only, like, so many movies.
I hear that so many
I know!
times.
Like, we've done over 100 episodes,
Yeah.
and we've never repeated ourselves that I know
And
of.
we've got plenty of content
Yeah.
we could
I told her
dip
you could stack books taller than you of material that we've read that we could go back to and talk about. But we don't even need to do that.
Right.
We've got plenty of shit.
Yeah, not to mention 5 seasons of Clone Wars, 3
That we won't
seasons,
watch.
or 2 seasons of Resistance, like tons of shit. Like, but yeah, no, it's fucking like I get that all the time. Well, how aren't you gonna run out of stuff to talk about? No, never. So anyway, what you got there?
I've got
Ooh, another TIE pilot,
this is another TIE pilot.
number 51. Is that your weekly call from your daughter?
No, not yet. I expect that. So this is the special edition one. This is like it's because it's the New York Comic Con one. So it's special.
Looks great.
There's a whole market for shit for pops.
Yeah. New York Comic Con limited edition.
Like these cases. So that you can
this
sell
outer shell.
Yeah. It's fucking great. It is so ridiculous how easy these things are and how collectible they are.
Yeah.
And how fucking great they are.
There's a Bib Fortuna. They want a Wanga.
All right. Speaking of Twi'leks.
Oh, what you got there?
Some hot Twi'lek action.
Oh, Hera! Hey! From Rebels fame. Mother of Jason Syndulla.
Right, so just looking, she's kind of stacked in there.
Yeah, more than in the show.
Yeah, they let that go a little bit.
And then what do we got here?
This is a big one. This is a big one for the collection.
What's that that GIF with what's his name? The fat guy, or he's fuck. He was in 21 Jump Street. God damn it, what's his name? The actor. Not Channing Tatum, but the other guy.
Oh fuck!
But it's the gif of him going,
Jason something.
no, whatever. Anyway, it's lost. It's all lost. Grand Admiral Thrawn, number 170.
Yeah,
That is beautiful.
yeah. That was kind of a before. Get it before it gets too expensive to have.
Yeah,
Because it's the value of it is constantly rising.
and that is a 2017 Galactic Convention exclusive.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that is.
So a conversation that Jason and I were having before about some things that after we've talked about for the loyal listeners we've talked about like what are we going to talk about while we're going to have Mandalorian to talk about. Obviously we're going to have upcoming movies and things like that, but we won't necessarily have new content. Well, we went ahead and subscribed to the Smuggler's Bounty.
That's right, we did.
So that every couple months we'll be able to go out and we'll be able to bring it in and we'll open it up live on the show and see exclusive Star Wars items.
Nice.
And so that's
Content created.
content created. Absolutely. your hard-earned money at work. Here, you open this one.
All right. What do we got here? It's about the size of a pop. Vietnam. Ooh. Ooh. It is another Knight of Ren. This is Skyve. Is that his name or is that his weapon?
I think that's the weapon. So something that we, Big Sweet and I were looking at today.
Number 333.
In the Funko app, where you can put all of your collection in there, and it'll tell you what the value of it is based on what's trending for like sales and trading, and looking at it's like PPG based or whatever.
Sure.
So you can go to Funko app. If you have a pop collection, you can put your whole collection in there, and you can see what it's worth. And it's a good way to keep track of what you have and what you don't have. Like this was a Funko limited edition one, and there's like no names for any of them. It's all based on what weapon they hold.
The Knights of Ren.
Right.
Yeah, because
So-
we got another one, right?
Yeah, blaster rifle. We have.
Yeah, it actually says blaster
Yeah,
rifle.
it says Knights of Ren, blaster rifle.
Yeah.
And they have different headgear and different, weapons. There's a club, Knights of Ren club. It's like,
Ain't none of y'all old enough to go to the damn club.
so, and some of them are exclusive. Like we have a GameStop exclusive blaster rifle up there. And so with the Smuggler's Bounty, there's a lot of Smuggler's Bounties content that's on the wall already. And part of what we're going to do to bring you exclusive content is going to be bringing a Smuggler's Bounty in, opening it, and hey, the stuff that we don't want in the studio here, maybe we give it away.
Ooh,
Maybe
I like it.
Because quite frankly, I think that like our Patreon supporters, and if you're interested in supporting us via Patreon, please go to patreon.com. All things Star Wars
/ATSW podcast.
what he said, and go out there, and we want people's information so that we have things that we could send out.
Yeah, in fact, I meant to send stuff out a couple weeks ago, and
it's been busy. Shit's busy. This is our working night.
Yeah.
Right. So this is like Daddy's going to work tonight. We're going to do the podcast. We're doing fun shit. We're drinking whiskey and fucking playing with toys, and talking about Star Wars, obviously. But
showing off our arms.
yeah, do you really want? Jesus Christ.
Sorry, what?
You know what? I'm glad that you're working out. I'm glad you're staying fit in in your age, and good for you.
Yeah.
You're setting a good example, right? I unfortunately am not the best example. Not for lack of effort. Unfortunately, I'm on a lot of medication that prevents me from
You've got an
from losing
excuse.
weight. I got reasons, but I believe it or not, I actually do work out and do stuff. So
I believe it.
that's why I know I can beat you in an arm wrestle.
I don't want to embarrass you. Not live on the show.
Oh, is that so? It's flipped now. So instead of me being embarrassed, then you're okay, sure. I'm curious to see what the pot of money would get up to for fucking to do a pay-per-view wrestling or arm wrestling.
I would be willing to do that.
Yeah,
if
that's what we should do.
If any patrons want to up their contribution, then maybe we will do live.
I would say we take that contribution and buy wreaths to place on veterans' graves for Wreaths Across America. Another one of my projects, because I don't have enough to do, Jason. I don't have enough to do.
Right.
Anyway,
So,
this is my week.
yeah,
this is fucking great.
These are more pops. We're almost out of space again. Every time we fucking increase the amount of space. In fact, yeah, we're out of space. The ones that he's put up right there, can't even see them on camera. So we're going to have to either adjust the camera angle for future episodes so you can see them, or we're going to have to somehow create more fucking space. We're going to have to go left and right because we have more room on the left and right.
This is the part of the podcast where the YouTube list or watchers get to see my ass.
Yes.
They look exactly the fucking same. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But they have different numbers, Dave, so that's...
No, they're the same number.
Oh, fuck.
They have different SKUs, though. It's fucking amazing.
I got to
what a
buy
scam.
them. I got to buy them.
Yeah.
Funko Pops.
Yeah, it is. It is a sickness. But it provides good content. Star
Indeed.
Wars related content, as
Yes.
opposed to most of my nonsense. Are
In...
we ready to talk about the fucking Mandalorian?
Not yet.
Damn it!
We got to get to the Rise of Skywalker stuff first.
Damn it, Jason!
All right, we'll make it quick, though. So, all of our complaints about Rise of Skywalker promotional material not coming out, it's
Jonah
finally
Hill.
being... It's finally being... Jonah Hill, thank you! Boy, that was...
Way to look at the chat.
Yeah, a little delayed. Anyway, yeah, Rise of Skywalker shit's finally hitting the air. We're seeing different TV spots. They released that clip today. Fucking Daisy Ridley and John Boyega are going on fucking Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. So the promotion machine is finally kicking in. So we're going to watch this clip that came out today. I haven't seen it. You have, but this is going to be the first time I watch it. We'll break it down. Maybe watch one of those TV spots and see what's what.
All right, which one do you want to watch first? You want to see the clip that came out today?
Yeah, let's do the clip.
All right.
And volume. Need volume. Pause, please. How about you pause? Pause the fucking video. There we go. Jesus Christ.
We need a producer. We need an unpaid intern to fucking come in here and actually do to like, hey Jimmy, roll the clip.
Yeah.
Go on, get on it, you little fuck.
Yeah, like Joe Rogan has, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So first start the
where's
video.
The fucking mouse?
Oh, that's right. You're not a Windows guy, are you?
This is fucking. I'm gonna have to pause our.
Or just mute that. Don't pause. Just mute. There you go. Now bring up the other one. Put the video back to the beginning. My God,
It's in the beginning.
No, it is not. You're 6 seconds in.
I'm gonna make it big. Unlike Jason.
Good luck.
And are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's do it. Fugitives, all right. Speeder chase, we've seen those scenes where they're in the desert. They've got fucking dune motorcycles. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, that was sweet. Oh my God.
Now,
hopefully that's not a preview of the hilarity that is to come.
Well, listen, Star Wars movies have had throughout all 9 movies. Obviously, this one hasn't too. They've always had those quips. So
there's elements of humor in all.
There is a little bit of humor. We just happen to be isolated for 31 seconds on a little bit of that humor. So getting into that, I'm sure there's a lead up, and it all makes sense. But personally, It makes me want to see it more.
Yeah,
like it really does. So they're on that fucking planet
with the weird celebration shit going on.
Oh God, they said what name that was, and I fucking forget. Oh my God,
the name of the planet.
Yeah,
it's always some new weird sounding planet.
They got kites. You're looking a bit. They're at like a bazaar. They got kites.
This is the one where in the one trailer they're coming over the hill and they're looking down. It's like da 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 da. So
who flicked a booger onto my fucking? What is that? Gross.
I don't know.
It was on the screen. All right, want us to watch one more time?
Yeah, sure. All right, so they're on these speeders in that desert planet.
So there's 2 speeders.
Stormtroopers telling them.
Who's in this? Oh, okay. So 3PO, Rey and Chewbacca are on one speeder.
And then 3PO, Poe, and Finn are on the other. BB-8's with Rey and Chewie.
As he should be.
And then these dune motorcycles, these guys on jetpacks just like lift off from...
So I think it's fun. I don't have a problem with that little bit of humor. Do I think it probably warranted a spot?
Yeah.
Like a part in the film? No, but it shows all the characters you wanted to see, right? It shows Rey. Mm-hmm. It's got 3PO in there.
Yep.
Doing 3PO things.
Mm-hmm.
Chewbacca still there. So it's got our primary cast.
Yeah, and it's not giving anything away.
No.
We have no context for where this is taking place. We've seen these scenes intermixed in the trailers before, so this is not a new setting or anything that we haven't seen already.
So it's not giving us anything new. It's just giving us a little bit more of the dialogue, and it fucking feels like the movie. You know, if you're watching it on the bigger screen, or it feels like you're getting into that movie mode.
Yeah.
So because the music's right there, you know, with the chase music and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So I know it's campy. I know it's supposed to be funny. In isolation, it can be like a little cringeworthy, but I think that.
And that's the thing. I don't like jokes being spoiled in like trailers and stuff. Like
we may never see that scene.
That's true.
I mean, it's entirely probable that we will not see that scene.
Yeah, that does happen a lot with like previews and trailers and things like that. Some of that stuff doesn't make the final cut of the movie.
Yeah.
So
it's like, oh, we really like this scene. It had good chemistry. Why don't we put it out on a spot?
Yeah,
Okay,
we cut it from the final film, so let's
Yeah.
let's tease these people with it, and we'll tickle the balls a little bit with this, and call it good.
Give it a little reach around.
Yeah, I don't want any more of this.
No more?
No, I gotta cut myself off. I gotta be good. I got soda after this, but thank you, I appreciate it. All right, hit back and let's watch this this other TV spot, which apparently I have not seen either.
Dun, dun,
This is the TV spot for this is called End.
Yep.
Just End.
31 seconds.
What we've done all this time.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
So we've seen that. Oh, great music.
Ooh!
It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
Ooh.
We're all in this. Till the end. Start.
Holy shit, that's a lot to absorb in 30 seconds. All right,
Yeah.
go back. Go back to the beginning. Fuck.
So this
The
is
first thing that I saw was Vader's mask.
So you gotta, like, 3PO is automatically talking through this.
Right, but this is the scene we already saw in the trailer too. They'll take in one last look at my friend, so we
Yeah.
can fuck off with that.
So there's another spot that we need to talk about.
Okay, so I want you to pause it when we get to the Vader's mask. There's Zori Bliss,
Yep.
Carrie Russell.
Now,
who-
interestingly enough, I bring this up because here she is with the fucking good guys, right?
yeah, she's with our crew.
Yep. She's with the
Ray,
good guys.
Ray, Finn, and Poe.
Yep. 3PO's got the back of his head blasted off.
Yep.
She's in with her helmet over here, looking good, on the side of the good. The UK poster that was released has her on the dark side. So on the blue lighter side, you have the usual cast of characters.
Yeah.
And then on the red side, you have a Zori Bliss. So
Huh.
it makes you wonder, is this a kind of a reach back to, as opposed to a reach around to what they did in Last Jedi, where they had the turncoat fucking person?
Right,
Or,
right.
what exactly is Zori Bliss's role in
Or
this?
is she like a Lando-like character from Empire Strikes Back?
It's a dynamite taste. I didn't forget.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll have
Yeah.
to.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
All right. Great music. Stop. This. Holy shit. Okay, so this is that scene
Right. From a different angle.
from a different angle. The one of fucking Ray and Ben destroying that fucking pedestal or whatever, and it like shatters. This is that same fucking scene. That white background.
Right.
Ray's right there.
Where there may have been some discussion as to whether or not it could be Vader's helmet. This definitively is
Yeah.
Vader's helmet. You can tell by the breathing apparatus straight in the front. So
Holy fuck.
yeah. So there it is. It's right there,
Yeah. God damn.
front and center. Obviously, some sort of spacecraft. Like we were thinking about.
It almost looks. It looks a little Camino-ish because it's so pale white.
Uh-huh.
Could be the blockade runner. I don't know. Like obviously
Could be
this
the
is,
blockade runner. I
this,
mean,
yeah, this seems to be
something
like
like
some
that.
sort of a weird vision-y type experience.
I don't think so. I think this is they're physically there.
Okay.
She's got the baby killer on her. She's
Yep.
got her staff. Yeah.
All right, the celebration. We've seen that before.
That's a celebration.
All right, we saw this obviously in that clip. Okay, stop. Can you go back to that shot of Ray? So this is some shit right here. Like she's sizing up somebody. I guess that's Ben probably, but she's sizing up somebody. She's got her lightsaber ignited. They've got some fucking like, I don't know, some fucking temples or some shit in the background.
Yeah, looks like the streets of Venice or some shit
Yeah.
with a random moisture vapor.
Yeah, but she's sizing up somebody that we can kind of see like off to the side.
In a cape.
Yep.
No capes.
It's got to be Ben. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
definitely
Ben.
in.
Yeah, you pause it in just the right spot. You can see the broad saber. Okay, and then again another shot of him inside the white fucking building. Looks like he's like getting ready to attack or something. He's got the fucking repaired helmet.
Yeah, this is the same scene that you see he's standing there. It's in the same room of the Vader helmet.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I did notice about this, like, see how the red lines are drawn on here like this.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet you in the movie that this has more animation to it.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think this is like an unfinished shot?
I do.
Look at how his like the visor is all cracked. You can see it's all like misshapen. And
Oh, he
stuff.
beat the fuck out of the visor.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
felt the need to put it back on. There's got to be some correlation to the wearing of the visor to like with the Knights of Ren, because all the Knights of Ren, when you look at them, have basically that very similar like features on their visors. Like not necessarily the same, but black with chrome type elements.
And he is the master of the Knights of Ren. So
whatever.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out what they are in this. Who knows?
Yeah, I just feel like this is unfinished shot with the way that's painted on there.
Okay, so that scene right there, where it's like Ben, he's got his helmet in his right hand too, by the way, where it's him and all these stormtroopers around him are being like blown back by some sort of force thing. Now we know it's fucking Rey.
No, it's the Falcon.
It's
the jet wash from the Falcon.
Oh, right.
Because as we advance,
and for some reason, they're blowing it.
This is the deck with Finn here.
Yeah,
she's getting ready to jump out of
a fucking Star Destroyer.
Star Destroyer, the fucking hangar that she's standing there in with all the stormtrooper and everything else. She's getting ready to leap from that onto the fucking Falcon.
Yeah,
out into space.
Yeah, fuck physics.
Yeah, this is Star Wars.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like I wonder. Again, no context for this shot. No idea what the fuck is going on right here.
Right.
But yeah, very, very interesting. And then, of course, you see Finn over there ready to catch her as she jumps.
Kathy texted, "Tell Jason to put on a shirt."
I will do no such thing. Ever.
We went through so much already.
All right,
look at all the fucking every time there's a shot with all these fucking Star Destroyers. How can you not?
So beautiful.
There's so many fuckface Star Destroyers.
Why they gotta be fuckface? They're beautiful. They are works of art.
There is no doubt, and they're in the atmosphere. Look at something.
Look at how far back they go. There's got to be hundreds.
It's insane
of these fucking Star Destroyers.
You can't count them. And look at this picture. You've got A-wings. You got Y-wings.
Yep.
You've got
classic X-wings.
Classic X-wings. Classic Y-wings. B-wings. Here in this picture, the Blockade Runner, which is right here.
Yeah.
You've got this is the starfighter that Anakin and Obi-Wan were flying in the beginning of fucking episode 2. Yes! Look, see the bubble canopy?
Oh,
twin engines?
And the double engine, yeah, motherfucker. Whoa, what is this? What's this motherfucker over here?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Dude, there's a lot going on in these shots where you see all these fucking Star Destroyers. It's building for me to be one of the biggest reveals of this fucking movie is the massiveness of this fleet that suddenly becomes apparent with I can't even. I
jizzed in my pants.
Fucking I'm thinking of that South Park where Randy like fucking you see him back, he gets splooge fucking everywhere. Anyway, all right, let's finish this. Fucking horses on Star Destroyers.
Try not to think about it.
Gag me. Which advances quickly. Thank the maker to Palpatine's throne.
Yeah, looking down on Rey.
Yep. Some weird song just popped in my head when you said that. Looking back on me. Oh
God, that's long time since I heard that one.
All right,
lightsaber battle. We've seen this before.
Yep. To the end, and that's how they finish. All right.
God,
so there's a lot going on in that one.
Yeah.
Let me go back so the one I saw.
Yeah, because that doesn't have the scene. Oh, go back. Hit that arrow to the right. To the right. Move the mouse to the right. Now down. Nope. Right. There you go. You'd think it'd be in here.
Yeah, you would think.
It was called. What did I say? Fate. Just type in Rise of Skywalker TV spot Fate.
Rise of Skywalker. I shouldn't talk, should I? I just let truncated silence.
No, you never do. So. Right there, boom. That's the one that I saw because that has one scene that I wanted to talk about. Just click it.
I want to make sure it's the right one.
Touch it. Just touch it a little bit.
Confronting fear.
This isn't the one.
It's the destiny of a Jedi.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Your destiny.
Knights of Ren on a fucking hill, all of them.
It was all for nothing. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
Horses.
Horses.
There, boom, right there. That was the scene I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So we actually got a shot of the Sith Troopers. Very briefly. But we saw the Sith Troopers in that. That's what I wanted to see. Knights of Ren, that's also a pretty good shot.
That's a good shot.
On that desert planet.
It was all for nothing. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
There you go. Sith Troopers right there. Again, it's like one quick frame of the Sith Troopers, but you see them actually in combat.
It's at like the 20-second mark.
And it looked like
There's several of them.
And they're on like either the surface of the Star Destroyer where the fucking horsies are.
Horses.
Or something. I don't know. But yeah.
So there was even another spot that I saw for the first time while I was watching the Penn State game.
Yeah.
That's why I texted you. I was all excited. I was like, what?
Yeah.
We're totally ignoring the chat, by the way. I'm sure there's all kinds of shit.
Yeah. They fly now?
Oh, no, they're not. All right, cool. The fucking music just makes my nipples hard.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Swear to God. It makes my nipples hard, then I look at you, and I'm back. And I'm back. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, but...
Your money and a head start.
Nope.
What are you doing?
Nope.
Midnight for 24 hours.
For 24 hours.
Why are you doing this
I don't
today?
know.
Oh my God.
I don't know!
Okay. All right. I think now is just a perfectly good time to stop. We'll try to find your mysterious TV spot.
Oh, it was the
for
one that
next
was on the
week.
fucking... damn it. Yeah, well, we can talk about it. The big takeaway for the other spot, right? There wasn't much. A lot of the same pictures, but it started with 3PO's line, and he says in the Fate trailer, but 3PO's line was like, it starts with, it was all for nothing. Like it starts within that.
Oh,
that
like
same
if
sentence.
we fail, it's all for nothing.
right.
Yeah, I think I saw that during the football yesterday.
Like I can't even describe it. When I heard it, right, despite the fact that it's 3PO and 3PO is annoying, but it comes from him, and it's not by accident that the guy who's been through all 9 movies that's not R2-D2.
Look at that top text.
You better get to snapping, bitch.
I know.
I don't think anybody's put up any money.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Apparently, this is Bust Jason's Balls Day.
Yes. Yeah, well, when you're going to present yourself like this. Oh, my God! Wow, I'm yelling.
Oh my God! You can see how professional we are here.
Yeah,
on the
fuck
Elfie
yeah,
Stone
dude.
Podcast.
Anyway, my point was that when the way 3PO says it, I really got struck with the fact that they realize that if this doesn't work, like this whole thing, you've always been led to believe that you get to a point where, the good guy's always going to win.
Right.
There's a point where they're like, we could fucking lose.
Yeah.
Like, this hope is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't get really fucking lucky, it's just all for naught.
So I thought you were kind of like making an allegory to the actual, like the real world saga. Like, if Lucas fucks this up, then it was all for nothing kind of thing. Or if Disney fucks this up, it was all for nothing. Kind of like an allegory to real life.
I don't think that JJ would make that kind of allegory. We could very well extrapolate that, but
It's not that far of a reach.
Listen, with the release of The Mandalorian, right? It is the way.
Yeah.
This is the way. We are at a point now where in JJ I trust.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I think that this movie is going to I'm going to be racked with fucking just tear-filled sobs by the end of this. Because it's going to be the culmination of everything that we've been it's going to be everything. Everything is going to just fall on you like the weight. It's just going to be this huge weight that hits you. This like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's not that there's never going to be Star Wars again. It's just that this story is going to come across And I would bet 100 pounds right now that I don't know why. don't wonder why. That was to make up from the Blues Clues that I didn't sing earlier.
Okay.
But the way that this is going to it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. It's going to say the end. It's going to be. Yeah. You're literally. If you're not sitting there in that fucking seat, just racked with sobs, then you are an emotionless fucking bag of shit.
Well, and especially for people who are about our age.
We are so emotionally invested in this.
This has been our entire lives up to this point. Our entire lives, from the time we were fucking little babies to now. Like, this saga has been part of our life.
We're wearing our fucking Oshkosh Bagosh and fucking, underoos and shit like that, living our lives and growing into adulthood to get to a point where you can, even though you shouldn't, you can have collections that are as extensive as ours. Look at this. Look at the shit. Look at it.
Oh, I know.
And it's the best. It is the best. I have no regrets.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
But it was when I was watching the maybe I was just a little bit emotional because of the Penn State game and I was already amped up. But when I saw that spot and hearing those words, it hit me.
Yeah,
it hit me that this is going holy fuck, this is really going to be it.
Yeah,
this is going to be it for a particular storyline that has been start to finish about the Skywalker. It's they're doing a great job of making us feel like this is going to be it, kids. Yeah. This is going to be it. There's going to be lots of other stuff, but for this, the baby killer, all this other, I guarantee you the baby killer gets fucking smashed somehow.
No, you think so?
What also has been part of, it's fucking, it's crazy. It really is. And and JJ would trust. That's all I can say. In less than a month, we will probably have seen this for our third time.
Wow.
This time, a month from now, we will have seen Rise of Skywalker at least 3 times.
I've got 4 tickets.
Right.
So I could potentially cash in all 4 of those. And wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even...
Well, we're going to have seen this movie at least 3 times.
That's insane.
This time next month. It's fucking exciting.
But it's also sad.
It's very sad.
We
haven't even talked about The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And we're at fucking however long.
So, are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, see, somebody got called out. One of our Patreon supporters that has bumped up her contribution just a wee bit, just to encourage more snapping.
But also give me a hard time about it in the process. So, it's it's a no-win situation for me.
Isn't this the same person that has an aversion to humming?
Whistling.
Oh, whistling.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. I knew it was something.
All right. So we're ready to get to Mandalorian Episode 3.
The Sin.
The Sin.
Yes. Yeah. Are you ready? Do you have to urinate?
Surprisingly, no. Do you?
Well, no. I'm good.
All right. Maybe
usually about this time when we're transitioning is when you want to take a break.
It's typically the best time, but I'm good right now.
Awesome.
I don't know why.
He's dehydrated, kids.
So it was a long day. But, oh my God. First of all, before we even get into this, over the course of this last week, Disney announced that they indeed have Baby Yoda merchandise in the works that will be out before Christmas. So, were you privy to that information?
Fact is, my imaginary friend, Big Swede, and I were talking about that. And here's one of the dynamics that Big Swede, Tactical Swede,
Mr. Stufflepugus.
Yes, brings to the table. Mm-hmm. He'll go in there and he'll read an article that I won't read because of
spoilers, I don't want to and whatnot.
It was spoilers and just people's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, speculation.
I mean, there's people. I'm going to talk about it at the end after we talk about the Mandalorian, but there's people that are fucking just flat out just dumb, clickbaity bullshit, right? But he'll read through that and like the parts that are funny or ridiculous, he'll read out loud, and then he'll read the comments. The comments are the best fucking part.
Right.
Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Talking about Baby Yoda merch.
Oh, Baby Yoda merch. And it was one of the articles he saw was that there was merchandise out there.
Yep.
And then it was like pulled for something with trademarking.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Disney obviously wasn't striking early, so places like T-Fury, those guys were selling Baby Yoda shirts. I don't know who else was, but yeah.
Listen, the only Baby Yoda merchandise I care about right now involves those things back there.
Oh, and you're gonna
it
get
involves
one.
the pops.
It's gonna have the little pod, and it
has to have the pod, right?
Yeah, and
Nick said
Baby
the same thing. It's like it's got to have the pod.
Yeah.
Some form or fashion, it's got to be in the fucking pod.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
It has to be.
Even though, spoiler alert, that pod no longer functions.
Well, yeah, we're getting ready to talk about the Mandalorian, peeps. So,
yeah, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it for some reason, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, god damn it, and get to Disney Plus. Fucking do your pirating, whatever it is that you're fucking gonna fucking do. Watch this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because it is so. This episode,
it hit all the right marks.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Like every single beat was just perfect throughout this episode. And
if you haven't watched it, watch it.
And I started.
And you will do it.
Yeah, and you will do it.
Do it.
But yeah, so spoiler alert from here, because we're gonna go full spoilers. We're not holding anything back on this episode. It starts off, like, my first note in here is just how fucking cute is Baby Yoda. You know, this is one of those things where Lucas probably would have fucked this up. If George Lucas was in charge of this, he probably would have fucked it up in some sort of weird episode 1 way. Favreau and the director for this one, Deborah Chow, I believe her name is.
A woman!
Yeah.
Let me make that point. Because there are fucking prominent feminists out there who want to say that Disney is doing the bad thing by not having enough prominent women in this thing. How about you just fucking watch the show, understand what's going on before you run off at the mouth, you fucking cow.
Yeah. No, that she's a huge piece of garbage.
Right.
And she needs to fucking die. The bitch that we're talking about. But anyway, not Deborah Chow. Deborah Chow's awesome.
No, not Chow. No, not the director. I'm talking about the piece of shit that has to fucking make a comment like, oh, there's not enough women in the fucking Mandalorian. Well,
you know, season's not over yet either.
Oh my
bitch.
God. Jesus Christ, I want to fucking hurt people.
No, she's awful. She's been doing this bullshit for years. Not just with Star Wars, but with anything that people like, she'll attack it in this kind of way. So, regardless, let's not waste time on this. Yeah. So, yeah, my first note is just how fucking cute is Baby Yoda. Because we start off in the Mando ship after he leaves the last planet where he picked him up. I have spoken, got him on his way. And Baby Yoda just fucking crawls up on his console, unscrews this little ball, this like little steel ball on the edge of this lever, and is playing with it. Of course, Mando, he ain't having it. He's like, fucking, it's not a toy. It's like, just picks it up by the back and just bloop, drops him back down. Cute as fucking hell the entire time. And again, Lucas would have botched this. Deborah Chow and Jon Favreau fucking nailed it.
God, the cockpit scenes, and here this is another thing, and I was going to wait till the end, but I can't. For one of the articles that Nick was reading at work was talking about how because of the mask, you're not, like, there's not enough acting. You're not getting any of the emotion out of the character. It's called fucking body language.
Yeah.
If you've done anything with any kind of acting, which I... Like, even the shit I did in high school. I did theater arts in high school, right? Because I did plays and shit like that. Fucking bleh. But that's part of it. It's all the shit you have to do with using your body language. You have to... Because guess what you can see in a theater? You can see people's body parts. You can see movement of arms. You can see shoulders hunching, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what you can't see? The fucking face!
Right,
Not unless you're sitting right there.
Yeah.
Like, nobody gives a shit if Aaron Burr from Hamilton is fucking emoting with his face because guess what? You can't see it!
Yeah.
And if you can, you're a fucking millionaire.
And honestly, I mentioned this last week when we did the first 2 episodes. Despite the fact that he's got his helmet on the whole time, they do a really good job. The directors of these episodes do a really good job of still portraying emotion on his part, using his body language, his movements, and everything else, or the right zoom-ins on his head and his face to show us everything we need to see.
Yeah.
As far as what he's thinking, what he's feeling at that time.
Who the fuck is watching that and going like, there's no emotion there. You're not watching the fucking show. You're just making generic comments to try and fucking get clickbait.
Right.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
That's all you're fucking doing. Yeah. And they picked an actor who can make that performance with his body language.
Yeah.
And that's why they picked him, because they know they're not going to see his fucking face. Mm-hmm. And it's acting 101.
Yep.
And good actors can fucking do it. It's part of growing up in that fucking field. You have to be able to do that shit because you have to know what you're performing to.
Yeah.
You have to know the marks that you're going to hit. You have to project with certain parts of your body. And oh, by the way, you have to sometimes make exaggerated movements so that people can understand what's going on by looking at your fucking body.
Yeah. And honestly, like, even though I think they did a good job in the first 2 episodes of showing that, I think they turned it up to 11 in this one because you had that real emotional element with him and the Baby Yoda and everything that happened there. It showed.
And it makes you, like, to advance actually in the plot line before I fucking have an aneurysm, that when he's going through the village and he gets to the fucking door and the stormtroopers come out and fucking roll him in, they grab the fucking egg, and the Mando's like, hey, careful with that.
Yeah.
And then the stormtrooper's like, you're careful, or whatever. Like, this, they just turn around and say something.
Like, you be careful.
Yeah, it's like some dumb shit. Like, okay, dude.
Well, yeah, you'll be
just come back, wipe it off your face.
Yeah, you'll be dead in 15 minutes, so it's all good. But, and you notice, too, when he pulled up to the door and the fucking, the security ball came out, you know, they showed that from an angle from the Yodeling's point of view.
Right.
So it was like a lower angle, like you could still kind of see part of his head, but it was kind of like you were looking through his eyes.
So he's absorbing everything.
Yeah.
As what's happening.
Yeah. So again, great direction, great cinematography, just perfect. Like they nailed it.
For the simplest things. This is a 30-minute episode.
Yeah.
In 30 minutes, we're taking on this emotional ride. This is one of the things that Westerns do so well.
Yeah.
You have the confines of whatever this set is, like, so here's this environment that you're going to be in with saloons and fucking guys shooting from the rooftops and fucking shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But you make certain shots, again, talking about emoting like with a face shield.
Yeah.
What Clint Eastwood Western did you ever see where his face did not have the same fucking
Exactly.
I'm taking a shit, chewing a fucking cigar
Right.
look on his face?
Yeah, he never changed.
That was
expression.
part of it. That was part of the, like, oh, I kill without emotion.
Yeah, so in my notes that I took the second time I watched this, the humanity of Mando can be seen through the helmet.
Yes.
Right there. I wrote it in a note days ago.
Yeah, this is the idiots that fucking make statements like that. It makes me want to fucking go and carpet bomb people.
Yeah.
And
it's a combination. It's a combination of the inflection in his voice when he asks. He's like, so what are you going to do with him? Because he takes the yodeling to the Empire guys. They wheel him away. Baby Yoda's looking at him, kind of like, "Oh, Daddy, don't leave me." And then he's like, "Well, what are you going to do with it?" And they're like,
and this is uncharacteristic because it's part of the code,
right?
That, hey, you dropped it off. You got your fucking money. You go home now. Mm-hmm. Right, and then more stormtroopers come out of the door, like kind of emphasizing the point, like, yeah, it's time for you to go.
But yeah, this is that point in like Revenge of the Sith. It's time for you to leave.
Yep.
So it is.
Yes,
yes, it is.
And peace out.
Yeah, and so you notice when he left there, as he's walking back to the Mando hut, you see more skewered, salacious crumbs.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I could watch that all goddamn day. If I could get the right screenshot of it, I'd fucking have it as my background.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think of you every time I see it. So
I love it. I love it.
We get an even more in-depth shot of all the Mandos when he goes back to Mando Town, whatever you want to call it.
Going back to Mando.
All the different armor. Some of them are very, very close to the Boba Fett armor. But
yeah,
he gets in there, and so the Smith, whatever her name is, like
her.
Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah, go figure, right? She comes off to me as kind of the leader of this group.
I agree.
In addition to being the one that forges the armor and everything else, it seems to me like she's the leader of this.
Yeah, she's the de facto elder, or
right?
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But she's basically like they're bringing the bounty to her so that she can thereby, like, she's the one person who is helping reconnect the tribe.
Yeah, she's like evening it out to like the foundlings and to Mando himself, to upgrade his armor and everything. Right. Now there was a point where,
by the way, there's a fuck ton of Beskar in there.
Yeah,
holy shit! Like just a pile of fucking in the. I think somebody posted like it was an ice cream maker that they converted into that fucking that holder.
I could see that.
Switch. The prop maker was like, all right, well, we can't just use a Home Depot bucket, so I guess we're going to use an ice cream maker.
Yeah.
All right, why not? We'll put some switches on the top. Yeah, looks great. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So he gets all that Beskar, takes it back. One of the other Mandos starts some shit with him. It's like, they're the reason, because talking about the Empire, because the Empire logo is, engraved on the fucking each of the bars. And he's talking about it's those motherfuckers that are, why we're in the shape that we're in, and you're fucking breaking bread with them over around the corner.
You're at their table,
right?
I think is what he says.
But I mean, you get the idea.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing. And
paraphrase better.
No. So
bitch.
At least he didn't call me a whore. But
save that for your wife.
Yeah. So he these two Mandos start a fight. And everybody's just letting it go. That's the unique thing that happens when there's this little infight going on. They're fucking punching each other, eventually pull knives on each other. Everybody's letting it go until the girl stands up and gives a speech.
Yeah, she starts talking. So the important part of that is, I think, that whole Mandalorian code, because she asks him when they're basically have knives at each other's throats, right?
Yeah.
Which I could demonstrate here, but I won't.
I appreciate that.
There's no hair to fucking keep the knife blade from touching you. She says that, has anyone taken off your helmet?
Right.
Right?
And he's like, no.
No. Because they make these comments about the Mandalorians, like the fact that they can't be identified is part of their bigger strength.
Right.
They're
both hunter and prey.
Yeah, the big guy is like, well, we wouldn't be in this we wouldn't have to be in hiding all the time and go out only one at a time if it wasn't for this fucking situation.
Yeah, caused by the Empire.
Right. So she very specifically says, though, has anybody taken off your helmet? Have you taken off your helmet? No. Has anybody taken your helmet off of you? Because that's what he was trying to do.
Right, the big guy.
Yeah, the big guy, the fucking, the chain gun Mando.
Okay, spoiler alert. Jeez.
Chain gun Mando fucking tries to rip his helmet off, and that's what fucking causes the scuffle and pull the knives on each other and whatever.
Yeah.
But she, by that element of storytelling, she tells us that, he's trying to get his helmet off, because if somebody takes off your helmet, then you're fucking done. At that point, you might as well just go ahead and commit Harry because you're not a Mandalorian anymore. So that I thought it was really good. It brought all those Mandalorian that were in the room. They all are like, they knew it's like they could smell the Beskar coming.
Right, because as soon as you set that thing down, they're all like,
like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's like it'd be like somebody rolling in with a fucking a box of gold bars. It's like, whoa, I'm gonna go see what the fuck's going on in here. And so they did the same thing. And fucking Captain Knucklenuts, chain gun guy.
Yeah,
he's he's the one who's like, fuck this guy. He comes in here and he's getting his armor all fucking shiny, because if you look, nobody else has. Fucking the Mando walks out of this shit with fucking shiny, Beskar armor. Like it's
pretty shiny.
Yeah, she fucking tells him too. Like, this is going to draw you some attention.
Sorry, I just got totally squirreled here. I wonder if Wreck-It Ralph and Wreck-It Ralph 2 are on Disney Plus.
I don't know.
Kristen, get on that. Wreck-It Ralph 2. Are they on Disney Plus? Look that up for me, please. Anyway, so yeah.
You can't make demands with snaps. I mean, you're supposed to be making snaps on top of. You can't, make a demand and then, pay it with snaps. You're supposed to,
I didn't realize there were rules.
There are rules, Jason! You're married! There's always rules!
But see, I don't know about the rules until after the fact, until I break them.
Sakes, Jesus, you get me in trouble with this shit. Anyway, back to the Mandalorian.
So yeah, he
not Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, before he gets the shiny new armor, we get a montage, right? First we get the "This is the way."
You're gonna have a montage.
I wrote that too. I wrote the hold on, where'd it go? Gonna do a montage, an armor making montage,
motherfucking montage.
So she does the first "This is the way." The first time we hear the "This is the way,"
right,
as she's giving her speech and everything else, and they all recite it. I'm like, fucking cultists, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well. Yeah. I mean, the Mandalorian...
But it catches on.
But it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Even if you think about the fucking expanded universe shit, right, and the Legends material. The Mandalorians have always been, tribal.
Yeah.
So the armor represents something. You talk about the I want to say singlet. Is that right? The singlet? No, the signet.
Signet.
Signet. I'm like,
Yeah.
singlet, like, wait, like the wrestler thing? In my own head, the dialogue in my own head didn't make fucking sense. So I'm like, wait a minute. That doesn't...
Yeah.
No, signet. Like, he says... who did... She asked him who did that.
Oh, yeah, the Mudhorn.
Yeah, the Mudhorns. And she's like, well... And he's like, nah, it wasn't a...
Honorable kill.
An honorable kill because my enemy helped me. And then he kind of... he doesn't say, like, Baby Yoda, because he doesn't really understand what happened.
Right.
Which is a little bit far-fetched to me. Like, you have to have some understanding, like, had to have been the Force. Like, they have to have some understanding. Like, Mandalorians are not dumb.
Right.
They're far from dumb.
Yeah. So, that's a discussion for another time. But...
What, the IQ of a Mandalorian?
Well, maybe. But, so, yeah, she makes... First of all, they talk about the Mudhorn signet. He forgoes it. And then she makes him the Whistling Birds, which I thought was something that was going to get paid off, like, towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Right? It seemed like something that was going to foreshadow for way down the line. No, not so much. But then we get the montage where she's making the armor just like we see before. Fucking beautiful music during the armor making montage, by the way, too. Really, really good music. And
Or the flashbacks.
Yeah, and then it's interspersed with these flashbacks again. And then we get a little bit more detail. And it's, I guess, his family's village or something was getting attacked. But you see battle droids in this.
Very, very clearly.
Yeah, the battle droids from the Clone Wars. So
Right.
it's like, oh, okay. So
So, allegedly, if we were followers of the Clone Wars, that we'd probably understand that the Purge most likely happened during the Clone Wars.
okay, fair enough.
Mandalorian.
But we didn't see the Clone Wars TV
We don't
show,
have
so.
we don't have that basis of experience, so we're just going to go ahead and accept it as fact as we see it.
But then we're given this little nugget too, where the parents put him in like some little bunker. Immediate explosion outside. Fucking door opens. Battle droid standing right there. It sticks its gun in his face, and then we flash away. So obviously he's going to get rescued by somebody. The kid Mando.
Right.
So that's a mystery that I guess will get solved later on in the series.
Unless he does get rolled up and then fucking escapes somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
that's the best part. That part of this is not predictable. We know where we are, like we're in the present day. So, and we're not used to flashbacks in Star Wars.
No.
This is a rarity.
Yeah.
And being able to make this work, and all it's really doing is amplifying the fact that why the Mandalorian is the way he is. And because they keep referencing the foundlings and things like that, that others may not necessarily have the same experience as him because he was a foundling.
Right.
Maybe Chingun Mando or whoever did not have the same experience.
maybe
they
they
come
just
from the
had-
same place.
Right.
But it makes the Mandalorian very, very good at what he does.
Right. And it also can explain why he had that empathy for the yodeling and why he went back. At least it's got to give you something along those lines to kind of know why he went back and why he had that empathy for the thing, as opposed to just going to collect my bounty and just be done with it.
Yeah. It's so fucking cute though. Like that'd be like taking a brand new fucking puppy, like a golden retriever, just the cutest fucking puppy in the world, and you grab it by the scruff of the neck and you fucking snap it, and it's done, and then you throw it in fire. That'd be like what you would do if, like, by turning this Baby Yoda in.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Baby Yoda. It's like you can't help but be fucking engaged with the level of fucking cuteness with this thing.
Right. You lost me with the killing of the puppy. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what we, like, you're going into this assuming, like, when he drops off the Baby Yoda,
they're just going to be like, all right.
that he just killed a fucking puppy. He just
Okay.
fucking snapped its neck and fucking, like, threw it in some fire,
Yeah.
which would smell terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. So
Horrible, horrible smell.
So then we get the scene where he walks back into the cantina, fucking super pimped out armor, all fucking shiny, all
Which,
nice and-
by the way, we are owed a Mando version of that in Black
Oh,
Series
Black
and
Series.
also in Pop, because the Black Series guy, he's in his fucking older armor.
Yeah, you can look at his
All the way
legs.
around.
Like one of his legs is fucking the old shit, the other one isn't.
He's got his fucking, the ANSA sniper rifle is what they call the fucking...
Sure.
The shock...
The fork gun.
The fork gun?
Yeah.
Shock
It's-
fork gun
Yeah.
boob, nipple.
But anyway, yeah, so he walks in all fucking decked out, all
Yep.
fucking shiny. Carl Weathers is kissing his fucking ass.
Oh,
He's
Carl Weathers says-
my number one guy!
Yeah, I know what you were going to say. I know what you were going to say.
But yeah, he's like, hey, it's you. And he's kissing his fucking ass. And he's, I'll take it to the Twi'lek fucking healing baths.
I wish I'm like, stop right there.
Healing baths.
You know what? Absolutely, you're right. Let's go. Let's just go ahead. Let's just take a segue into like the.
I'm not taking my helmet off, but yeah, I'll take the rest of the armor off. But
fuck, I don't give a shit. I'll just sit in the bath and they can fucking just shine my helmet.
yeah. But
Anyway,
yeah, no, it's so he's kissing his fucking ass, but Mando's just like, just give me my next fucking job. I don't want to deal with this. After trying to press for some details,
because he wants to get far away from the fact that he had emotional attachment to this fucking baby yodeling.
Yeah. Did you notice too? The puck that he ended up taking was a fucking Mon Calamari,
Yep.
and it was like some noble son who skipped bail,
Yep.
which is like weird to think
Draft
about.
dodger.
Yeah, like
Draft dodger. Obvious reference.
Oh, I never thought about that. But oh wow, yeah, that's funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just trying to think of like some fucking Mon Calamari who's like a little fucking deviant or something.
Think of like from the rebellion, you have Admiral Akbar's fucking kid who doesn't want to, who gets rolled up jaywalking or some bullshit,
Right.
or fucking maybe he's driving drunk and fucking goes off a bridge into a fucking river and then swims away and then fucking Mon Calamari.
I mean,
trust him for shit.
If he wanted his kid to avoid war, he should have just let him join the National Guard. But that's another.
That didn't help us.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck me, right? So Mando goes back to his ship. He's fucking getting ready. So you can tell he's fucking tense. You can
Going
tell
through the
he's
startup sequence, like
Yeah, but I mean, you could tell just again through his body language.
Yep.
He's
Flight
fucking
control check.
annoyed. He's just like, this isn't right. And then he goes to the fucking lever with the fucking ball on the end, and it was all over at
Yep.
that point. Like
he's like, no, fuck this, shutdown checklist.
Yep.
Like my dumb fucking aircrew brain is I'm thinking like, oh, he left the power on, so he's obviously running a through flight checklist because he didn't shut completely down.
right.
Such an asshole.
Yeah.
Such a fucking nerd. Oh my god. But I was thinking that as he was doing it, like every time the switch sequence, like I'm checking to make sure it's the same one.
Right.
Like, why flip 3 switches? Like, is one the fucking? He goes tink tink tink. He's got 2 engines. Why 3 switches? Does that make sense to you? The startup sequence. I do this with the fuck. Sidebar. I do this shit with the fucking Falcon too. Yeah. Like when they're sitting there and they're fucking operating. Like they obviously don't have any idea when they were the set designers or whoever was writing it, or you would think Harrison Ford would know better. But like operating like the throttles for the Falcon is like completely inverted. Like they're pulling back to fucking go into hyperspace and shit like that.
Some people like the inverted controller setting. I don't like it myself. But.
Yeah, well, neither do I, because it's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, you're used to an aircraft where you're pushing forward.
It's called human factors. It's like, hey, I'm going forward. I want to go forward, so I'm going to move this forward. Yeah. Like even on a fucking 172, the throttle adjustment is fucking you pull out. Anyway. This is the shit I think about, kids. Well, I'm sorry. There's a level of nerddom, like Star Wars, aviation shit, others.
So as he's sitting there, he looks at the fucking the lever ball. He's putting it back on. He gets up and he fucking gets out of the ship. I wrote, and his heart grew 3 times as large. Nice. My note.
Perfect for this time of year.
Yeah. And then what did I say? So he goes and he uses. Apparently, the fort gun can also just like eavesdrop. It's also like a monitoring.
So
thing.
Apparently, if you zoom in and I like zoom in close, then I can also hear.
Yeah.
Through my helmet.
And we get some garbled. We get some garbled communication.
Did you go over my helmet?
One guy, the scientist guy, says extract the material. Or no, the old guy says extract the material, and then the scientist says, you hear crackle, 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 said to bring it back alive. So somebody said to bring it back alive.
Somebody's controlling this thing.
Yeah, so obviously this story is not over by a long fucking shot. And then this whole next sequence, I wrote the infiltration scene, as I call it. Fucking awesome.
Dude.
This whole fucking sequence over the next like 10, 15 minutes.
He makes the decision. He's going to go back. He's going to get the yodeling. So now he does a little bit of surveillance, has the fucking heat signature of fucking where the targets are.
Yep.
Like, okay, time is of the essence because it sounds like they're going to fucking move on this thing. He goes, and again, amazing acting with your body.
Yeah.
Like walking up so casually to the fucking, like, what you got, the fucking thing.
That was the best
And grabbing the fucking thing, goes, snap! Like, oh, hey, motherfucker, snap!
I laughed so hard the first time I saw it. He goes, knocks on the door, the fucking guy comes out, just, whoop, what you got, pshink! All right, gets stormtroopers to come out, and he fucking goes around the back, throws a thermal detonator, like sticks one to the fucking wall. Yeah, blows a fucking hole in the wall. Zelda
Walks
style.
away casually, stands behind a wall, boom, and then comes right fucking in, and you get this scene where the first thing I noticed is you see stormtroopers actually acting in a tactical manner.
Yeah.
Right? You're seeing them, like, for so many years in so many movies, we've watched stormtroopers, like, act like they've never held a gun before.
Well, because you got to think about it. In the days of yore, there were billions of these fucking stormtroopers, whereas now we're down to like 8.
I'm talking about. Let's just take it the fact that we're watching a movie, right? Mm-hmm. In all the episodes, even up to fucking Force Awakens and everything else, a little bit in Rogue One, you see them act like a little bit more tactically.
Sure,
but for the most part, you've got fucking probably British acting extras that have never held a fucking gun in their lives, have no idea what a gun is, and they're fucking holding it like that.
Right.
And holding it and shooting and everything else. Now, we've got fucking these mercenary type stormtroopers that are like, yeah, we're fucking working for this guy.
Yeah.
And you're seeing them actually, like, with flashlights, not LED, not fucking bright, like dull fucking flashlights.
And
like
they're scanning the room.
They're going through, clearing the fucking room.
Yeah.
And the Mandalorian fucking.
He fucking like wrecks these fucking fools.
Eats these motherfuckers alive, and it's. But I love seeing stormtroopers in that. Like, this is we are military guys. There are military people listening to this right now. You can't tell me when you're watching that going like, these are the motherfuckers, like, those dudes that are wearing that fucking armor, like, oh, yeah, we know how to do this. Like, I just worked on John Wick 3. Yeah, I'll fucking do this.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking understand. Yeah. They know how to hold a weapon. That's the shit that I've always looked at and gone, like, fucking stormtroopers, god damn it. Like, these are not soldiers.
Right.
And now, in this day and age, as veterans, as somebody who's, we've served for over 20 years, and we know... We can look at it and go like, yes, that's what they would fucking be doing. Yeah.
And again, this goes to my thing where the reasoning behind this is probably these are the few that survived the war. And of all of the billions of stormtroopers that were probably out there, most of them were probably worthless because they were just plucked from their fucking planet. Yeah. Hey, look, you want 2.5 square meals a day? Join the fucking Empire. We'll throw a stormtrooper suit on you, give you a gun, go to town. We're
going to give you armor.
Right.
Air quote.
So, but these guys, these 8 stormtroopers or whatever, probably survived the fucking war, are probably the best of what was left.
Well, or they're just like, yeah, you know what, there's nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah.
And so we got this guy, this strap hanger from the Empire. He's got money, whatever, we'll fucking hang out.
Yeah.
They're the fucking Black Order version of of fucking stormtroopers.
Then
they're absolutely bested.
Yeah, well, yeah, and Mando, and he uses all the tools in his arsenal during this sequence. He fucking uses his fucking rope gun, brings it to him, fucking knifes the guy in the back.
Fucking great! Especially since I've been doing that shit in fucking Fallen Order, like using the Force, my favorite thing in Fallen Order is Force pulling somebody fucking towards me, and fucking jamming a lightsaber into their fucking chest. Oh my god, it makes me so fucking hard.
I was just thinking Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Get over here!
Yeah, no, wait till you get to the part in Fallen Order where you actually get that fucking, ability to fucking pull people towards you.
Yeah.
And they're fucking like this, and their body just drops.
But, I mean, the best part of this whole sequence.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
The fucking flamethrower. Where he barbecues a fucking stormtrooper.
Cooking a fool right in his fucking armor.
It's like, holy shit.
Fucking great. I was like, yes! Yes! Fucking give me more of that shit.
Yeah,
I fucking love it.
Then he busts into the room where the scientist is, kills Dr. Ball, and then,
Right,
you know.
immediately, because that's what it is. It's Dr. Ball.
Yep.
And what took me aback from that is I was looking at a Black Series figure that had Dr. Ball with it, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem like it's to scale. And then the Mandalorian scene, that Dr. Ball is like fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's like DS2. It's like, I feel like Dr. Ball in DS1 was a certain size, but then he like exponentially got bigger like DS2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, this version was bigger than a basketball.
It was.
Whereas the first one was probably about basketball size.
But he pew, bam!
Yeah.
Dude, this is where we get back to in a Western style with the gunslinger, just being able to, like, I'm taking one shot and killing that guy. I'm taking one shot.
Yep.
Like, he's got his 6-shooter out, and he's fucking boom, 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 taking one shot, one kill. Mm-hmm. Right? Not even getting to the fucking, the sniper rifle.
Yep.
Except for the one time where he uses it to fucking shock somebody.
Right.
And god damn you, Jon Favreau, for fucking making me like this goddamn stupid piece of shit holiday special gun. Fuck you. God damn it.
So you're saying we should watch the holiday special again this year? Is that what you're... Jesus Christ.
Yes, Jason, sure. Why don't we do that?
All right. So... the fucking scientist guy is like, no, I love him, and I protected him. Mm-hmm. So he let the scientist live, grabs the yodeling, beats feet out of there. Then we get the scene where he used the whistling birds.
Right.
Like, where the stormtrooper surrounded him.
I got something very valuable here. I'm going to put this down.
Yeah, and then... And they're all fucking dead.
I thought I was going to see, like, some John Wick style, like, pulls another shooter out and fucking, goes cross-body like this.
Yeah.
I forgot completely about the whistling.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Because, again, I was expecting to see that, like, 3 episodes down the line, you know? But
nope. Immediate payoff
Yeah.
right there. Thank you very much.
Yep. And then as he walks out of the building, he's walking through town, all the fucking tracking fobs go off in that fucking cantina. It's just like, and you're like, oh boy.
Does that make you wonder, like, what is in the target that makes these fobs go off? Like, is it
I think
programmed genetically?
I think that's one of those things that we just need to suspend our disbelief a little bit on, and just try not to think too deep into it.
We lost 2 viewers. I'm upset. Oh, come back! What happened?
Oh no, please don't. But yeah, that scene though, when all those fucking tracking fobs go off, I'm just like, oh
fuck.
shit.
Shit's about to go down because we didn't talk about it, but when the Mandalorian first came back with his fucking shiny new armor, he actually said to fucking Apollo Creed, he's like, hey, how many fobs did you give out?
Yeah.
And he asked the fucking the fucking Bejeweled Empire guy.
Yeah.
He asked him the same thing, like, how many were given out? It's like, well, I had to make sure I got the fucking asset.
Yeah.
And then when he asked Apollo Creed, he's like, everybody. Like, he was so fucking high on and being happy. He's like, yeah, every one of these motherfuckers got one.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, I don't care, I'm rich, bitch.
So now back to the scene you're talking about when all those they're all sitting at the bar and all those fucking fobs start going off because now the asset is available again.
Yeah. And that was, and again, you talk about the emotional roller coaster of this episode. Like the scene, like I didn't even mention it, but the scene where he first goes to return Baby Yoda, Kristen turns to me and she's like, if he just turns him in and fucking leaves and we never see him again, I'm done. She's like, I'm never fucking watching this again. Yeah. You know, like she was pissed.
Her and everybody the fuck else. Because
Yeah.
I think everybody rolled into that. So there's no fucking way he turns this thing. No way he fucking turns it in.
Yeah.
And then you had the other side was like, okay, whatever. He's going to like make a play to be able to get the Baby Yoda and all the Beskar.
Right.
Because we saw it like in some episode preview where it had him in all the fucking Beskar.
Sure, yeah.
So you know he's going to get it.
Right.
But does he also keep Baby Yoda?
And for a brief period, I'm sitting there thinking like, fuck, he's going to take
this
this reward
motherfucker,
and he's done.
This motherfucker, IG-11, that shit, is just like, yep, see ya, cha-ching, I'm out.
Yeah, but so I mean, it's just so many different emotions throughout this whole thing. The cuteness of the baby, him returning him like saying "fuck it, I'm going back," and then we get the scene where he's walking through the town and all the fobs go off, and you're like, "Oh fuck, now what?" And you know, then we have him surrounded by all of the fucking bounty hunters, and this was a really weird scene. This was the only part that I I wouldn't even say I disliked it. It was the only thing where I'm just kind of like, I'm not really into this part. And that was when he jumps into that fucking speeder that has no cover. He's completely exposed in this thing. Somebody could just be like, boom. You know, it's like,
well, it tells the fucking the droid to drive,
right? But still, he goes like 20 feet before he gets shot. But that whole stretch, like I felt like that went on too long. Like the Mandos should have showed up a lot sooner in that stretch. But it's whatever. It was. I think
they had to show the direness of the situation. Like here's my escape. I'm going to get the droid to drive. Carl Weathers fucking shoots the droid in the face.
Yep.
Like you do. Mm-hmm. And then fucking, this whole speeder falls out of the sky. Now he's really fucked.
Yeah.
Right? And he's basically like looking at his options going like, well, I'm just going to fucking kill as many people as I can and, go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
And then
the fucking Mandos show up.
The fucking cavalry shows up.
Yeah. Which was awesome.
Great reveal. I know Don Solsky had put it out there that he was like in tears at the emotion of that moment. Like basically all the Mandalorian's brothers had showed up at that fucking point.
Yep. And I bet like our friends like Bronco Fett probably loved that scene.
Oh yeah, God. So you're seeing, and with all the fucking jetpacks, like they're all fucking flying in, and again, I spoiled it earlier, but you got fucking Chain Gun Mando, the fucking big guy, who Big Swede said earlier in the chat. He said that was Favreau was actually in that scene.
Oh, no kidding.
He's that guy.
Oh, in the armor, huh?
Yeah,
that's great.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I would fucking do it too. Like, all right, I'm fat, or I'm a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and put big guy armor on, and instead of being fat Batman, I'm just going to be a badass Mandalorian who carries the biggest gun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that Mando was the one that was giving him shit earlier.
Yeah, he was the one that they were fighting.
But you know what? When it comes down to it, he's fucking fighting right by his side. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!
This is the way."
We got you covered. Yeah, this is the way. So many emotions in that scene when they came to the rescue, and it's like fucking yeah. And then the one guy's like, "Get the kid and get out of here." Mm-hmm. It's like, oh jeez, it's so good.
Yeah, because the episode, the title of it, kind of threw you off with like this sin, right? Yeah. So he turned it in and then had to come back to it.
Yeah.
So you don't know if the sin was because the Mandalorian tells the fucking chain gun guy, like, you're gonna have to move the fucking the unit.
Yeah.
Or whatever he called it, the commune or whatever.
Yep.
And that's when he tells him, get the kid and get out of here.
Yeah, and this is the way.
This is the way.
Yep.
Which, holy fuck, I think we alluded to it earlier, but like, there's the meme with the guy fucking holding hands with the one thing, but looking back at another thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the guy whistling. Yeah, one girl like, and he's whistling at the other one.
Yeah. So the meme out
I know
today,
exactly what you're talking about.
The meme out today with the fucking "This is the way."
He's looking at "This is the way" whistling while I have spoken. Is like going like.
I can use both of them. Yeah. I mean, it definitely work both of them into the vernacular.
And that's the beauty of it. Like, it's so simple, but it's so good. Yeah. And they executed these perfectly. And that's the difference between shit like this and, say, something like the prequels, where George, he tried shit like this. It didn't go over well.
This is writing to a genre and saying, I'm going to write to this fucking genre. Yeah. The difference between The Mandalorian and anything we've seen in Star Wars before is that Star Wars was Star Wars.
Yeah.
After the first one came out, it created its own lane.
Yeah.
So now everything that it did was either expanding or contracting inside the lane it made.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian is taking a Western.
Yep.
And saying, here's this has already existed for decades, this genre. And people either love Westerns or they hate them, because the people that hate them don't like the fact that there's this plot line is just linear. There's like you march through, you fucking kill the bad guys or kill the good guys, depending on what version of it you're watching.
Yeah,
you get the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, where they're fucking train robbers, but you love them because they're fucking great characters.
Yeah. So
this is where you are with the Mandalorian. Like, he goes out there and he's bounty hunting.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not necessarily a dishonorable profession.
Right, and especially for the reasons that he's doing it. He's not doing it for personal fame and fortune. He's doing it for his clan.
Yeah, he's bringing that money back and giving it to the foundlings and, having enough to fucking just barely pay for fuel.
Yeah.
But this is where in this genre of the Western, he is writing to it. The stories are telling it. You forget it's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 30 fucking minutes.
So much happened.
There's so much. You're so invested in that 30 minutes with almost no dialogue.
Yeah.
Almost no fucking dialogue.
But they get their point across.
Yeah, when they
don't need it.
When you speak, it's for a reason, and they fucking go and let the barrel of the 6-shooter fucking do the talking for you.
Yep.
And that's what we're looking at. We're watching a modern version of the Western.
And that was the intent going into it the whole time. That's the way they sold it when they announced it over a year ago.
You could tell just even watching those first little tidbits of it, you're like seeing it's like it's got the grit.
Yeah.
You know, it's got the fucking the saddle sores and fucking cowboy hats and just dust and grit of a fucking Western.
And at this point, so we didn't talk about the last couple of scenes. Carl Weathers corners him in his ship. He shoots him. As soon as he shoots him, like, I don't know if you noticed, but I knew.
Yeah, that's where the best car was. Because he slid it out from earlier. Like,
Well, yeah, but like, as soon as like it made contact, you hear a plink. Like, I'm like, okay, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
And he's not. But, which is good, because I like him. But,
somebody's going to have to chase this motherfucker.
Right, yeah. And so the final shot is Mando and the fucking Yodeling flying off. He unscrews the fucking ball, hands it to him, and you're like, oh. And then the jetpack Mando comes over. They give him
a little really corny salute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then he's just, I gotta get me one of those, Nice line that, again, George probably would have fucking botched the whole thing. It probably would have made it some cheesy fucking sounding line, but they did this good humor in a more subtle way, and it came off perfectly. Yep. And it was like good humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you do it. That's how you pull that kind of shit off.
I am offended at the notion that people would think that as Star Wars fans, we are just... we're gravitating toward this because it's Star Wars content, and that's what I feel like a lot of these clickbaity sites and all these people that want us to not like the Mandalorian because of all made up bullshit, right?
Right.
The lack of emoting because of a fucking helmet, please.
Yeah.
The fucking the lack of female fucking characters, which were 3 episodes into this thing, right?
And we know that fucking MMA bitch shows up at some point, and she's going to be a big part.
And we know that the fucking basically the leader of the clan is a female.
Yeah,
we know through the Clone Wars episodes that we have seen and through Rebels that the Mandalorians, like their leaders, have been primarily women.
Yeah. So
there's no point in me that goes and looks at something like this and goes like, well, they're not even trying. It's not like they're trying to.
So, no, you were right, Bronco Fett. I thought the exact same thing from the very first scene. Like, I thought he was going to try to eat that fucking silver ball. He was trying to eat it. And I'm just like, oh my God, he's going to choke on this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Bronco Fett in the chat brought that up, and I'm like, yeah, I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, he says that baby's going to swallow that freaking metal ball. Am I the only one thinking that? Yeah, no, you're not. We're all thinking it.
He swallowed a frog whole, so it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, can you imagine pooping that out? Like, fucking changing a Yoda diaper and ping!
Yeah.
Fucking popping that fucking... goddamn cue ball out.
Yeah, if you've had kids, you've probably been through something similar with coins and whatnot. I know I have.
Yeah,
so
it's part of the process.
So my last note on this was, now what? Because we have no fucking clue where this is going from here.
Yeah.
Where is Mando taking the fucking Baby Yoda at this point?
Right.
Is he just going to go try to find a place to hide out? Is he going to look for where this fucking thing belongs?
Now, according to, I think, StarWars.com, the episode 4 is going to have Cara Dune in it.
Okay.
The
Amazon
MMA
chick? Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't really care. I mean, honestly, I'm like... he's probably going to go to try and hide out someplace where he can lay low while he knows people are going to be looking to him, so he's going to go back to a familiar place. Like, it's not relevant to me where I think the story may go, because Westerns are if nothing, they're very predictable.
Right.
Right? Nobody sits there and watches a Western and go like, oh, I don't know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
Like, most people know how it's going to go.
See, the difference, though, is we've got all these potential canon implications from this storyline.
See, I'm not even thinking about that. There is. I'm not saying there's not.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching it, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about like what's in front of me.
Oh, sure, but and
it's-
that's the thing. Like, I'm not letting that take away from my enjoyment of the individual episodes. I feel like if they can just keep this level of quality going, this is going to be a phenomenal season.
Oh God.
Like
and I really think that, however predictable the storyline may be with the yodeling and all the other things, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I every Western you've ever watched, you pretty much know. Like, you're going to have the bad guy who's got good guy in him, and this is what he's going to do to defend these people, and ultimately dies at the end. You know, blah 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 blah. You know, just because you're a bad guy does not mean you're not a bad guy.
right.
It's a little Wreck-It Ralph throwback.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. You could at least acknowledge
Yeah,
what I was trying to do.
If you'd like, said it in a little bit better, maybe.
Oh, fuck off! The last time you did an impression I was worth a shit.
We're not talking
Never.
about me.
Never is the answer to that question. But regardless, there's no Mando Yoda. There is not. That is not a thing. There is. Looking.
You don't know.
I don't think so. There's. I look at the train. I look at the Mandota. Nice, nice. I look at the fact that if we're looking at the timelines, when Yoda, based on the canonical timeline, was 100 years old, he was training
Yeah.
younglings.
Yeah.
So in 50 years, like the growth spurt curve is not something you're going to measure real accurately on the fucking door jam.
Right.
Because he's going to get to a point where he's like, I'm a baby. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm a baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's exponentially just keeps going up. So, and I don't fucking care. I don't care what the canonical. I care more about what Jedi Fallen Order means to us canonically than the Mandalorian does. Just because as I'm watching, I'm like, I want to see this motherfucker. I want to see the Mandalorian walk into a fucking bar and kill every motherfucker in the place. Like, you looked at me sideways, I'm going to roast you in your fucking clothes.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking slam your head off the fucking bar. I'm going to have a drink, and I'm going to roll the fuck out. You know, I'm going to fucking grab a Twi'lek, fucking roll her up, and just fucking go back to the ship. You know, that's the shit I want to see. I want to see from blatant fucking just... I want to see the level of fucking violence increase by an exponentially. Because I want him to be pissed now.
Well,
I want to be like, I know these motherfuckers are chasing me. I'm going to make a fucking statement.
Yeah.
That, like, if you're coming after me, I am going to destroy you.
I feel like the barbecued stormtrooper is probably the most violent we're gonna get in this thing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well,
I think the best is yet to come. I think that motherfucker with the Empire emblem on his chest is going to get the worst of it.
oh yeah, he's
motherfucker's
gonna
getting
die a
worse.
miserable death at
Oh
some
yeah,
point.
it's gonna be fucking great. I can't wait.
So
I'm surprised he didn't fucking make it a point in that episode to go find him. I thought that's what the next scene was going to be. It was like him rolling up and grabbing that dude. That dude already fucking skated.
yeah.
He already skated, and when the fucking alarms started going off in that building, he's the one who went boop. Fucking guess what? The yodeling is now active again.
Yeah.
And then hits that fucking genetic code that turns on all the other shit.
yeah.
Why else would it have turned on? It's not just because of the movement outside of the building. I mean, I would think.
I don't know.
Is it a fucking low jack system on a fucking being that you can just be like, all right, once it, well, no, it's stolen.
Who knows? But man, I tell you what, we've sucked on this show's dick quite a bit, and it's all justified.
It fucking is justified.
They fired on all fucking cylinders: writing, directing, cinematography, everything. The music is good. Like, for a non-John Williams soundtrack, it's pretty damn good.
I'm not as emphatic about the music, to be honest.
Well, certain parts are just okay, but certain parts I think are really really, really good. Especially that the montage, the armor making montage with the flashbacks. I thought the music for that part was really good. This episode
fits. No, the music totally fits, and it's not. I don't want a giant score with this. I don't want the music to overtake the thing, because sometimes that happens. Like on the way here for the podcast, I listened to the Force Awakens music.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is happening.
I have no idea what I'm
This
looking
is
at.
happening. This is courtesy of fucking the Big Sweet.
Is this all part of this episode?
This is. Look, it's Baby Yoda.
All right.
Look, in review, it's a great fucking episode.
Yes.
You should be. If you're not watching this already, you should be. The people that say they don't like The Mandalorian.
No.
There's no
Who doesn't like The Mandalorian?
There's random people that say that they don't like it. I want to know, like, you hear about not meeting expectations and thinking of something. I want to know specifically why. Like, what about The Mandalorian doesn't suit you? Not everybody likes Westerns. I mean, and that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Like, because I enjoy a good Western. Like Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid is one of my favorite movies. It's a little bit long, but it's the elements of that are fucking just so goddamn good. Mm-hmm. The interaction with the characters and everything, it just it just doesn't get better.
Yeah.
And that's not even like, that's more of a movie than a Western. I'm talking about like just like
Yeah.
you know, that type of fucking Gunsmoke type Western.
Sure.
There's a place in Americana for that particular genre.
Yeah, and then when you throw a Star Wars skin on top of that, along with great production quality,
Yeah, God,
it's
they could have easily gone so wrong with this. They could have said like, we're only going to give you this much money because we're afraid of what's going to do.
Yeah.
No, they went for it.
yeah, and
They
it
went for it.
shows.
And despite the pundits that would say that fucking Disney Plus is not good and everything else, fuck you.
Yeah, who the fuck is saying all this shit?
They're the people that want it's not even about expectations. It's the people that want the fucking, if they were fucking getting jizzed on with $100 bills, they'd fucking complain about
Right,
it.
and that's the problem with giving everybody a voice with the internet, is you're gonna get these fucking retards who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, or they're just fucking trolling, like, honestly, or they just want attention. So fuck that. And there's a conversation to be had. We won't do it this episode. Maybe we should touch on it next episode about the repairing of the fandom.
we're running a little long.
Yeah,
tonight.
so we're running long, so we're going to table that for another time. But I think the healing has begun. I'll just leave it at that.
I agree.
I think right now the healing has begun, and I think we're getting to a better place.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us? Or are we going to skip that?
Oh, we got to do this.
Okay, so
just because.
So Dave brought up this YouTube video, and it's Baby Yoda floating in a pod.
You ready?
Sure. It's not doing anything.
We're running long, so we're gonna table that.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Hang on. Gotta,
I don't even know what to do with this fucking guy sometimes.
Nope. Oh my god, it's the worst ever.
Yeah, something's the worst ever.
Shut up, Jason. Somebody only had one fucking drink.
This is why we need a producer.
Right?
Did you have more than one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, I did, Jason.
So anyway, this is the title of this YouTube video is Baby Yoda (parentheses floating in a pod) by Perry Grip, for reference.
Baby Yoda, floating in a pod, Baby Yoda,
And it's just an animated Baby Yoda just floating in a pod.
levitating a horn monster, Baby Yoda. The world has gone insane.
And all it is an animation of this Baby Yoda just floating across the
In the
desert.
egg, floating across.
And this is evidence.
Yeah.
This is evidence of the impact that this show has fucking had.
Listen, there are more memes out. Like, you know, I'm an iFunny guy, right?
Yeah.
The app iFunny.
Yeah.
That's where I see a lot of my memes, and I post a lot. That's the shit that I get usually post on the Cantina. Mm-hmm. Probably a good third of the fucking memes that are coming out right now are related to fucking The Mandalorian.
And everybody loves it. Like,
Yeah.
these people that you say don't like it, I don't know who these people are. I haven't seen
They're
it.
fucking morons.
Yeah,
is what they are.
but, like-
they're clickbaity morons,
Yeah.
or they're people that just aren't watching the show.
Yeah.
They hear somebody talk about it, and the way they're talking about it, they immediately don't like it and fucking spout their mouths off.
Yeah, and you
Right?
know,
it's It's really, really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the rest of the season.
And this isn't. It's like, even though I changed my fantasy football team to Mando dick riding, I don't care. It's fucking. It's legit. It is legit.
Yeah.
It really is. It's establishing a very, very high bar for things to follow.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't brought up fantasy football because fuck the fucking Raiders. Those fucking pieces of fucking garbage. Fuck them.
Guess who made a pretty significant move in the standings after this week? I mean, I have most points by a lot already out of the entire league, and I left a lot on the bench.
Yeah.
Let me go just put it out there and say that I was versus the Holiday Special Cannons this week. Our beloved Bronco Fett. He fucking put up a good game.
He's been doing that.
Yeah,
he's been putting up really good numbers.
He's been running into fucking buzzsaws.
Yeah.
Which was me this week. I put up 173 without even Cooper Kupp started getting tonight.
Yeah.
I pulled a fast one on everybody. I fucking I brought Sam Darnold in, who had a giant game against your hapless fucking the Raiders starters that you put on your fucking fantasy squad.
I didn't really have much of a choice, and I will never ever play a fucking Raiders player in a fantasy league ever again.
Yeah.
Fuck that fucking franchise. I hope their fucking opening day in Las Vegas, a goddamn meteor hits, destroys the fucking stadium, kills everybody on that fucking team. Fuck them.
I love it. I love it.
Fuck the Raiders.
That is some fucking Philly shit happening right there. That is some fucking Philly shit. Just I'm in the same boat. Fucking Cowboys playing Giants at or vice versa. Actually, I'd rather it be the Giants playing at the Cowboys. Saquon Barkley is hurt, and he's on a fucking bus at home or whatever. He's not in the stadium, but giant meteor comes, immolates the entire fandom, and I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah.
I'd have a fucking parade. I would have a fucking parade, and you know what? So would everybody else in this town.
Yep.
Fuck those ass hats.
Yep. So that is where we will leave this episode.
Ralph Breaks the Internet is not on until December 11th, 2020, according to
2020? 2020? What the fuck, man? All right. Well, the first one's way better anyway. But what?
It's probably on they're probably a Netflix deal or something like that.
Fucking Disney, get your shit together.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. That was a lot of fun. Great time to be a Star Wars fan.
It is.
And this is the best. This could potentially get better than 2015 at this point. It's hard to top that.
It is, but in 2015 we had one entity.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna slide with the Mandalorian all the way right up until the fucking movie drops. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, I'm going on record as saying that this fucking movie is going to be great. It's going to be great. It's not going to be like, well, no. It's going to be fucking great. I feel it in my heart.
Good. And I hope you're right. And I don't have any doubt that JJ is going to bring it home in one way or the other.
In JJ we trust.
Yes, in JJ we trust. And until next time, thank you everybody for joining us on YouTube. Support us on Patreon /ATSW podcast.
Go to podbelly.com.
Yes, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because you're missing so much good shit.
Yeah.
You're missing this. I can't really get it good in the light. Oh well. So, but yeah, and you're missing all that because if you're listening to the audio, you have no idea what the fuck just happened.
And
so
thankfully, it was his bicep, not his fucking schlong.
that's next week. So
yeah, okay, so I'll be remote then, right?
yeah, I'll just stick it in the camera. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us, and until next time, Dave. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Okay, now what do I click? Not my best one.
It's all right.
I gotta piss.
All right, you go. I'll start exporting the audio and entertaining the people who are sticking around.
Piss.
I still don't have to pee, which is weird. HESW, episode 128, Raw. 128 Raw. Oh, good old Audacity. What's up, Scott? Come on. Why are you telling him to hit me? Yeah, I thought we were friends, man. We were 49er brothers. I went on your show. It was great. Now you're telling Dave to hit me. That hurts. Hurts me right in here. MWC champions. I don't know what he's talking about. And thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. I don't know how far of a delay we have here. Man, I'm excited for the rest of the season of Mandalorian, though. Oof. And since we're reviewing Fallen Order next week, and then I'm gone the week after, we'll have like 3 episodes of Mandalorian to catch up on. By the time we actually review a Mandalorian episode again, which, I mean, who knows? Like, if they're good, like, if it's like, we got to talk about this right now, you know. We
could figure something out. We could do it via Skype or some shit.
Yeah. So, what's Mountain West Conference?
That's the conference that Boise State plays in.
Oh.
They're in the conference championship against Hawaii, and they're going to win.
Oh. Good. Yeah, does Hawaii even have a team? Like,
yeah, they have a team.
All right. Are they any good?
Do you know Marcus Mariota? You know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the NFL. Are you saying that's where he came from?
Yes, he's Hawaiian.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. Michigan upsets OSU. What's the score? I don't buy it. And as the team had just recently lost to it, and as a self-proclaimed knower of football things, I can tell you that J.K. Dobbins is legit. Fields is a below-average quarterback. But Dobbins is fucking legit, and that defense is legit, honestly. So they're going to have a tough time. Michigan is not beating that team. Damn! Boise State's playing Hawaii for the championship on Pearl Harbor Day.
Oh, damn.
You better hope they don't get up for that game.
Yeah.
It is Pearl Harbor Day. A date that will live in infamy. People forget that shit. Would you believe that kids don't know that fucking December 7th is the day that Pearl Harbor got bombed? There are kids out there that don't know that shit.
Okay, well, it would require a little context. Because if you asked me, like, 13-year-old Jason Roscombe, like, when was Pearl Harbor? I'd be like, December 44? You know, I wouldn't know the exact fucking date. I didn't give a
44? What the fuck?
Or whenever the fuck it was. But again,
Cowboys make the playoffs in the Cowboys. Scott asked who makes the playoffs in the NFC East. I think the Cowboys. I don't think the Eagles. Listen, here's what I want to happen. I want the Eagles to have. They released Jordan Matthews today.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Oh,
So that tells me that somebody's healthy, and most likely that person is Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
I think that going into the game against Miami, you're going to have a healthy Deshaun Jackson. You're going to have a healthy Alshon Jeffrey. Nelson Aguilar can fucking fall in an age tree and die for all I fucking care.
Unlike Aguilar.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a whole fucking thing, man. And then the guy suddenly has a knee injury, whatever. He is... Move on.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that fucking kid who caught those passes against Seattle.
He looked decent.
This past
yeah,
week.
he didn't look bad at all.
Put him in a fucking slot.
Yeah.
But once you put Deshaun Jackson on the field, then the playbook that the Eagles want to run all of a sudden becomes relevant.
Yeah.
That's why you release a Jordan Matthews.
Yeah.
They don't do that unless somebody's healthy. They're going to tee off on Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they're going to have the Cowboys and then the Giants.
Just don't take that Miami game for granted.
It's
any given Sunday.
I 100% agree with you. There are people that would tell you that you're crarazy, and I'm not one of them.
On paper, what you're saying makes sense.
If they lose that game, if Carson Wentz doesn't have a passer rating that is, in the hundreds, there's going to be a lot of talk in Philadelphia about replacing Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
it's a quarterback heavy draft this year.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh,
Tua getting injured, college football shit, but Tua getting injured, like he was high on the big board for guys who are going out. You've got the quarterback out of Oregon. You got it is a quarterback heavy draft.
That's good. Which sometimes you don't get that. Like sometimes
Last year it wasn't like that.
Yeah, you get like real slim pickings, or you get a couple of guys. It's like these guys might be good, but we're not really sure.
Playoffs.
Yeah,
I believe that it comes down to the Cowboys winning a game that we need them to lose, and that's why the Eagles don't make the playoffs. This Cowboys team is so schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. I hate Ezekiel. I hate that goofy looking motherfucker. Like with your half top and like it's you are in fucking embarrassment. You're an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? What are you proving? How about you just go fucking play football? What happened to the Eric Dickersons and the Barry Sanders and the Wilbert Montgomerys and these people that went out and they played the fucking game and they weren't fucking jackasses. Mm-hmm. They weren't fucking jackasses. And when you're living in Jerryland,
Yeah.
He allows that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Allows a coked up fucking Michael Irving to fucking stay on a fucking team.
Well, Irving helped him win 3 Super Bowls, so
yeah.
I mean,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It is.
I don't know. I'm surprised Bronco Fett didn't mention Jay Ajayi fucking coming back and getting some carries for the Eagles. He didn't look bad considering he hasn't been playing football. You know, he had the ACL and hasn't played football.
Yeah. Hey, he could be fresh and ready to fucking kick some ass.
He could be, but he's a number 3 back.
Yeah.
With Jordan Howard healthy and Miles Sanders is the shit. That's legit. That's back in the we're talking Brian Westbrook territory for the Eagles. I mean, you're high quality back.
Yeah. You
just need to get him more touches. You need to get him to run the football more as opposed to the short pass, which Carson Wentz couldn't fucking do.
Somehow I ended up in this Philadelphia Eagles fans Facebook group. I don't know how the fuck I ended up in it. I would never join one of those things on purpose.
Yeah.
Somehow I ended up in it. I never left it. And this guy actually posted a stat on there where he went through and he tallied up like the number of times they ran the ball versus their wins and losses, and pretty much every time they ran the ball over like 25 times, they won that game.
Yeah. Well, and Jordan Howard was running the ball well, and I feel like if I was analyzing this not as an Eagles fan and take my heart out of it, I'd look at it and say like, yeah, the Eagles are fucking. They've got. Here's Miles Sanders. He doesn't run the ball real well, but he catches well. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Boom. And it's like Madden. Like, this is the only time this guy's any good.
Yeah.
This is it's like throwing a deep ball. I put it out on Twitter yesterday. I'm like, how about instead of being a slave to what everyone's telling you that you can't do, why don't you just go ahead and try it?
Yeah.
Why don't you pretend that you're a professional football team and go and it's like, hey, run Matthews, run Arcega-Whiteside, run Hollins. Don't run Hollins. He's fucking terrible. Hollins is that kid, that Make-A-Wish kid on the fucking team. That's just so happy to be there. Like smiling, fucking wearing jerseys. Like, I'm a professional football player. Hooray! Like, it's so ridiculous.
We should do booth in the back. And because they're saying in the chat there's no booth in the back because apparently Brady feels like he can just take a vacation whenever the fuck he wants. And
should we do booth in the back on Wednesday and have Don call in?
Oh, I don't know. I think we would do a terrible job compared to how good those guys
I would
do.
agree.
Like
we don't have that chemistry that they have.
Yeah,
I think Don should just do it.
Yeah.
We couldn't mix into that same chemistry. I think we would throw it off.
Right. We have our own chemistry.
Exactly.
Right.
Different.
But it's different from them. But
I think it's crazy. Yeah. Hey, look, man. We know
it's the holidays.
The difficult part of doing a weekly podcast is doing it weekly. Yeah. I mean, it's difficult.
Yeah, and like you said during the show, Monday nights is our work nights.
Yep.
Basically, where our families know we're out of pocket
Yep.
for Monday nights. Like, this is the thing that we do.
Yeah, and unfortunately, starting in January,
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that.
yeah, I think Sunday night's probably going to be the best.
Sunday night football on in Beershire.
And if there's a Sunday night game on, we'll try and get finished before that. Like, maintain the same timelines.
Well, in January, I don't think we have to worry.
Exactly.
So.
You know, we don't have to worry about football. But yeah, because I have class on Monday night, and it's the only way to do it. Like,
Yeah, and refresh my memory. Didn't we initially start recording on Sunday nights?
I think
back
so.
when we first started the show.
I think so, and then I think we pushed to Mondays because of your schedule, stuff that was going on, because you had tests on Mondays or something like that.
Oh,
The Monday stuff shifted when you were down in
That's right.
San Antonio.
That's right.
That's when we kind of moved over. So I think this Sunday would work well, and we could even start earlier if we wanted to, because it's aside from drill weekends, we're
Right.
off.
Yeah, which then we just have to adjust for drill. But yeah, and I know it's going to fuck up our viewership, because I know some people really
Hey, listen,
get used
guys.
to the Monday nights.
If Sunday night is absolutely horrific, we'll take that into account, honestly, because the guys that are watching us right now, you're the bread and butter here.
Yeah, 'cause-
And we will. You're the guys that are doing the Patreon and doing all the stuff to make us awesome. That didn't come out the right way, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
But yeah, I think Sunday nights will work.
Okay.
I think it would, even on drill weekends, because it's just like any other work day.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing this on a Monday when we're coming off of work.
Yeah, and especially at that point, football will be over, which a lot of our Sundays is taken up by football anyway. So
Yeah.
we'll just substitute football for Star Wars.
And Kathy will be in school. I'll be finishing up my school
Yeah.
stuff. So she'll be busy, so she won't necessarily miss me. One of the good things about Monday nights, yeah, never anyway. One of the good things about Monday nights now is like she works later.
Yeah.
So usually, it's not affecting that much. But I think Sundays, that'll work.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather do it on a weekend. Like, I'd rather move it to the left than push it to the right.
yeah, like try to do it midweek. Yeah,
Because you know how the weeks go as you're getting into the work week, and there's just fucking shit piles up. Mm-hmm. And I need time to do homework and shit too once I start in class. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
yeah, Sunday afternoons.
Sunday nights probably
nights or afternoons or
yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll do it live.
Come in after the holidays. After the holidays, we'll see that.
Indeed. All right. Well, I think it's about time to close up
Yep.
because I got some shit I got to do before bed.
Jason's popping his steroid driven acne here.
Hey, there's always a price to pay.
Yeah, it's true. I'm gonna go fuck up and get the VA to give me some HGH.
That's the way to go, man. Just get that shit in an IV form.
Oh my god!
Fucking just regenerate all your organs and everything. Just
I'm willing to bet that I'd be pain free.
you think so?
Put me on that shit for fucking I almost guarantee it. I almost guarantee it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to worry about getting tested anymore, right? Or do you?
I still maintain my clearance. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It never ends.
Sucks having morals. God damn it.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we're gonna close it up. Thanks, everybody.
I'm looking forward to some semblance of the booth in the back because I really want somebody to talk about how I had Carson Wentz and fucking Goff's worthless ass. I had them both, and knowing how important it was for me to win this week, I went out there and picked up a quarterback to ensure my victory. Because Bronco Fett's fucking, it was no slouch. I saw the moves that he made. I'm like, I can't fucking sleep on this.
Yeah, and
And
again,
I need those points. I need those points because my record, I'm going to need most points to make sure that I assure my place in the playoffs.
yeah, and honestly, playoffs. But the way Bronco Fett has improved his season, like he'll be a force to be reckoned with. If he from where he started to where he ended up now. Mm-hmm. Like, if he can maintain that going into next year's fantasy, he'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
so
because you actually because you'll draft with knowledge as opposed to just with your heart.
yeah. So
'Cause not all the Boise State players are going to fucking help you every week,
right,
especially since most of them are on the fucking Cowboys.
right. So all right, that's it for real. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. We will see you next weekish.
Peace, bitches.
See you.